not that uncommon.
Accordion.
All systems critical. There is actually a military camp. There's like a military
division
that plays.
Oh, who was it who came aboard? It was him!
What?
I did not...
You wandered into the wrong class and was playing music.
Oh, yeah.
True. You did wander into that class.
I do have performance, though. I am excellent at it.
You were okay. There's also the Marine Merchants, which are...
And I'm training to be a pilot with a natural 20 on my entrance exam.
That reminds me of a show I watched where they had a space pilot with a heart condition, which sounds like a horrible idea.
That is a horrible idea.
What show is that?
The 100.
Oh, that show's so stupid.
Stupid, I like it.
I know, it's still stupid. They had people melting instantly from radiation damage.
That's not how radiation works.
I know.
I think you're thinking of the wrong show.
With the whole bunch of teenagers that's the same down in like a capsule?
Yes. But when does the radiation melt people? I've watched the entire series.
Like with the underground bunker people.
Well,
like
it's
they
not
barely touch
melting.
radiation and they start burning incredibly. It's like, that's not how it works.
It is if you have been isolated in a bunker that's shielded from radiation and all your radiation resistance has been gone for over 100 years.
They would not be completely isolated from radiation, even if they tried to, though. They would still get small dosage.
They're a concrete bunker.
Yeah, concrete.
Concrete doesn't emit radiation.
No, but...
Well...
If your concrete is emitting radiation, you have another problem.
This is
concrete! Now it's radium.
All the sidewalks kill you.
Anyway.
Why do my feet burn so badly?
It must just be really hot today.
That's just living in
It's the
Arizona.
middle of winter, but I guess we do live in
It turns
Utah,
black and
so
falls
it
off all the
doesn't
time,
matter.
right? Anyhow, so it's now been 2.5 months. You've gone through several different trainings and starting to work better as a team and finding your place in this organization. Your bird-like friend had a bit of a bender one night and was discreetly shooed away.
Shooed or chewed? Because those are two very different things.
Shooed with an S.
And I would be incredibly concerned if there was a CH.
Chewed away.
S.
They fed him to the lions.
Anyhow.
Lions.
Now,
But he came out unscathed.
Daniel and the Lions Den.
yes. Anyway. Now, after passing multiple exams, you're starting to get ironed out to where you're going next. A couple of you have been put in for ship recommendations. One for a show tour.
Show tour! You're useless to us, go away!
Oh, that's real, right?
One experimental division. Due to unknown powers.
An experimental division of bards.
The Space Force.
Yeah, that's right.
I can't
And
tell
one
you.
into a maintenance or engineering group.
Division of bards.
No, I'm a gunner.
What do you think gunners do on the off time?
Yeah, that's fair.
Fix things.
Mostly guns.
Yeah, true. Munitions engineers.
Have you cleaned your rifle this week?
Don't want to, Ted!
Who's Ted?
The general's coming later today.
Cleaned your gun?
Anyhow, have you just
got it,
summoned?
Bill?
We're
What
summoned.
race yet?
Cleaned.
Hello?
What race?
Watch his dust.
I'm a
crumble. Empty
humans.
air.
You're the only human in the group.
I chose it because I get a +1 to everything.
You don't take variant? You don't
They're
know?
both good, but the +1 to everything is pretty powerful.
Yeah.
Variant human gets a feat.
I
That's
know,
way stronger than +1 to your dump stats.
but it's also +1
But
to
I rolled a lot of
stats.
I rolled a lot
He has
of
a lot
odd,
of high numbers,
and they were most of them were odd. So I
which means he gets a lot of extra pluses.
Oh. First time I've seen anyone actually take that though. It's just kind of weird. But excellent. One morning, your squadron is
pouring one out for the dead homies.
No. Is introduced to a young man named...
I don't have a name.
That's his name.
I'm busy.
I'll learn it one day.
This is how much I've filled out so far. And you're asking me my name?
Yes.
He's like Jake.
You can be Ted from Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
You were given a name, you instantly forgot it.
I was born with the name, but I don't remember.
Average, but it was just like, oh, okay.
Have you been like an orphan
Shit,
for
what was
most of
his
your
name?
life and you just
Like
have
Guy?
been nameless?
Probably like Jason.
It was some weird alien name.
Oh, something really, really weird.
I don't think I can pronounce that. I'm pretty...
Just
play it
Derek
back.
can pronounce it again.
I can't!
Just play it back and we'll write it down.
Just play it back, yeah! We'll just look at the stream!
I'm pretty skilled with pronunciation, and I can't pronounce that.
That's because it wasn't words!
It really wasn't.
It was sounds!
I heard what? In there.
Skibbity-bop.
Skibbity-bop-bop-ba-da-ba, I'm a scat man.
What class did you end up picking?
Fighter.
Ah.
He's gonna wield a sword.
And a gun. And everything else.
Sword
A
and gun.
sword gun.
Yeah.
What is
Hold
wrong?
on, I remember seeing a picture of something.
Ah,
Can I blade my gun?
What?
More
Can I blade my
popular
gun?
was sword axes, because
made
then
the
you could have a big
Oh.
thing on
You
the
can
end.
put a bayonet
directly
on it.
connected.
In theory.
Giant bayonet!
Don't think you would stay with it when I just summoned it.
No. You can put a bayonet on your gun.
Sword.
Yeah.
I'll put a bayonet on my gun that's really long, and I'll use
I
my
ain't
gun
put a
as a
bayonet on my
sword.
gun and mess up the weight.
Pistol sword. Nice.
I don't know. Maybe. I don't want to hold it after I fire it, because that would be really warm in my hands.
Anyhow, he sees, as you guys introduce yourselves to him,
You're assuming I'm a he.
you...
This is a poor decision on your part.
You
It.
telling your character to him.
I'm
Starting
Draco
with
Doom.
Yeah, this
Barbarian.
is probably...
It's the only way.
This is the only way. What if it lands sideways?
That's how I decide everything.
It
Then you
decides.
don't have a gender.
What's the word for that?
It's intersex.
No,
Or-
there's a specific term.
Genderless.
Non-binary.
No, that's nonsense.
That's a sexual term.
And
Not a medical gender term.
Transgender.
No,
No,
that's,
that's all.
that's switching
that's
from one to
switching.
the other. Born
Having no is a different
Asexual.
thing. That is something.
hermaphrodite. That's
Yeah,
the
there
word.
you go.
That's
That's
the word.
having both genders.
Also neither.
You
Because
have
you
like,
have
is
both.
that also like a
No.
0.001%?
Well, hermaphrodite is both.
hermaphrodite is.
It's the same one for intersex.
Yeah, it's the same as intersex. It's not the same, but it has
Heads or
A lot
tails?
of-
Derek, what's heads?
What's
overlap.
heads? And which side is heads on this coin?
The one that says chicken.
The one that says chicken is heads.
And which
Agender.
Heads is girls.
That's what it said.
I didn't.
You said
put it,
asexual.
No,
That's
true.
different.
but it was heads.
That means you reproduce all by yourself.
I am a male.
He's a boy.
See, are you a boy?
Oh,
Congratulations.
Good God.
I don't know how
That's
on
like
earth you
human
were going to have it land on the side if you're flipping it like that.
I was it. If it landed on the side on my paper, I would have just left it.
Exactly.
In between his two fingers, just standing straight up. It's like, huh, would you look at that?
Ah, it goes through my hand.
Straight through the head.
With how much force do you apply to things, perhaps?
I am very.
Maybe that would
strong.
hit me in the face.
Then you're just a Josh.
Anyway, this is all about Barbarian. His name is
Draco.
Draco. And then we have a lovely rogue who hides in shadows,
Who's his brother?
who is the brother of the criminal,
Mm.
who is also a criminal.
Criminal. Congrats.
For some reason, he wrote down Dark Shadow as a name. Was like that's a code name.
He never got out of
His
that edgy,
contract
rebellious stage.
Well, he just got.
Well, he came up with the name
Stage.
during his teenage years, so we can't hold it against him
Edgy,
too much.
rebellious
I
phase.
think I've like been
That's
a teen,
the
been
Time
on
to betray
for
how you
like
know?
2 years. Oh, never mind. I'm 24. I thought I was younger.
Sword or machetes under the table.
No.
No machetes on the table. Where are you gonna be?
No weapons on the table!
I make the rules here.
I'm running the game. No weapons on the table.
Nah.
Fine.
I miss
I can kill you.
wielding my wine
Yes.
glass.
Thumb.
Those were good times.
Pencil. And
It's
then
not too
there's
hard.
Pete,
Pencils go like this.
Pretty big in martial arts.
who is a small
More
winter-based
Fluffy white creature.
A little Ewok.
who is
Black eyes.
A white Ewok. An albino Ewok.
that's
That
racist.
sounds... It's not, though.
You know how moths are real fluffy?
Yes.
Imagine a moth but without the wings and more.
I would have stabbed you by now. If you looked like a fluffy moth, I probably would have stabbed you.
Giant,
How the entire race looks.
giant compound eyes and nasty mandibles.
You've gotten used to
They
weird
were biscuits,
species.
not a mandible.
No, I haven't.
I didn't hear what
I
you
got
said.
teeth though.
Ew, with teeth things. I don't like that.
Swordberg.
So the last session, you ran a unexpected drill after a free night of the town, in which you were faced with very terrible robots designed to not be incredible threats.
Designed to not hit anything.
And
They
this
can
will
only
be
shoot in 30 degrees.
They're sprinklers.
and this
Station.
If we back up to a certain distance, they won't be able
And
to
you
hit
put
us
holes in the
at
station.
all.
I put holes in the station. You might have bet, so it was 2 in the morning after drinking, passing out, and being woken up.
And he used
And there was air. I was running out of air.
You're all using simulation
He
weapons.
used a real gun in a simulation.
Yeah. I shot the hologram with a gun. They were kind of bitchy.
I'm embarrassed to share an eternity with you.
Exactly.
A universe. I'm embarrassed that you exist.
Someone sent you out partying till 2 in the morning to get drunk and do whatever the heck you wanted to, and then was like, and now we're under attack. So,
Everyone
what do you
in
do?
the army
Okay.
knows not to mess around on
That's
shore
why I
leave,
didn't.
or you get STDs.
I didn't mess around. I got really, really fucking drunk.
That sounds like messing around.
Well, it depends on your
With a
definition of messing around.
He just ended up passing out in a bathroom stall, getting forcibly
No, that was him.
injected with anti-drunk mechanism. I can't remember
Also,
what it was.
passing out drunk in
it
a
was a
bathroom
Tonic.
is
It was
a bad
good.
idea. You could end up with an STD.
No, it was a drunk stall. There are specific little stations meant to be drunk in.
Dude, that's awesome.
It sounds
They are awesome.
terrible.
But it sucked. But no, then it was like 2 in the morning. Okay, and drill. Okay, I have a gun. Shoot the thing. I was told the station was under attack. I'm just like delirious going, okay, they shot at me, shoot back. I had a reason. This is not terrible.
It sounds pretty terrible.
It does sound pretty terrible.
This would not hold up in a court of law.
Would it hold up in a court of space?
Are you
No.
sure that wouldn't?
I'm
would
pretty
basketball
sure
court?
it wouldn't. Intoxication is no excuse.
I wasn't intoxicated at the time.
Well then, even less of an excuse.
No, you weren't intoxicated. You were hungover.
I was really hungover.
Even
I was in an alternate state of
So
mind.
you were completely lucid and could have made
It was 2 in the morning.
Good
Are you completely
decisions.
lucid at 2 in the morning?
when you get woken up for a drill and marched down to the holodeck.
Oh, they
You weren't
they
woken
didn't
up.
Wake up. They
You
stayed
showed up
all night
at 2.
until 2.
How what? Ah yes.
If it had just been that it was 2 in the morning, I wouldn't have had a problem. I would have been like, okay, use the
I
fake
forgot all
gun.
about those.
The fact that it was 2 in the morning, after being drunk, passing out, being given something terrible that made you not drunk, and just having a god awful time, and then they're like, by the way, we're under attack. You're like, okay, I get to go to bed after this, and then they keep you up even more because you fucked up.
Pass me right treat.
Anyway,
15 is 3, 10 to 3 is 13 times.
I did the most logical thing.
Thank you
I
very
pulled
much.
up the most deadly weapon I had.
Thank you.
You keep
Oh
telling
wow,
yourself
that's
that.
pretty small.
about a month after these emergency drills, you've been running through regular drills and practice
Wait a
going
minute.
to your classes,
What am I doing?
maintaining your self-decorum. And
Have decorum?
you gotta have decorum in an academy.
Oh, fair enough.
If you want to get that job you're going after.
There.
One
fine.
morning you have an unexpected visitor.
It's a criminal contact, Derek.
Eventually, I'll just be Joker.
Oh,
People will come up to me and I'll be like, "You want me? I'm the best helmsman in the Alliance fleet."
there was also the whole thing of parent visitation halfway through.
Did anybody show up for you? Do you have parents?
That is a good question. Who showed up during your visitation days?
During our visitation,
His.
yeah. Who showed up to visit you?
Me?
You
Probably.
showed up to visit yourself.
That was a question. There was an inflection
Oh,
at the end,
yeah.
increase in pitch.
I'm trying to picture this.
And it walks yourself.
DID much?
Mirror. I am my only friend.
Mirror on like a robot stand.
So what kind of people showed up to...
Mirror,
who did you
mirror, wide
invite
and
to
tall.
come visit you during the visitation day? To show that you are being whipped into shape, not just lazing around and wasting money.
Well, to be fair, they're not paying for anything.
Probably.
Wasting government money.
Fair enough.
Wait, like, are they going to send a report back, or why are
It's
they
like your
coming?
family.
It's like a family just visiting to give you...
Then why are they there to check if I'm wasting my time or not?
Because
Well,
they
there's more
care.
than just family there checking up on the recruits.
Let's see.
There's also government inspectors.
Probably only one person would show up. Let's see.
His
What do
secret
I
wife.
It's his sister.
Boyfriend.
So you're saying they're from Isesseles?
Are we in Italy now?
No, that's Space Florida.
So it orbits like Mercury to the sun.
Wait, when's your
You
birthday,
just burned
Jonathan?
to death.
My birthday?
On the
Yeah.
cold side of it.
April 5th of 2000.
Look up Florida Man on April 5th.
The problem is Mercury is tidal locked.
Yeah.
Which
why it's
means
on
you
the-
can
that's why
live
it's
in
on
the
the cold
Twilight
side.
Zone.
Twilight Zone.
No atmosphere, hooray!
Let's see, April 5th, Florida Man.
What did I do?
Thong-wearing Florida man arrested while building shed.
This sounds like me.
With garbage on stranger's property.
I would only do that in my own backyard, thank you very much.
The thong or building the thing?
At the same time, folks.
He's done this.
What do you think I'm wearing under my kilt?
Don't want to know. Thank you.
She just pictured it!
This is what you have to look forward to when I move in. This type of insanity.
You're doing great! Oh, the trespasser was wearing a swimsuit and then a thong.
That's more reasonable.
He said he was an artist that makes things from garbage.
Admirable.
Those exist. Probably not in Florida.
Probably not in Florida.
It sounds like it did exist in Florida to me. That's a skimpy outfit. Jeez.
It's not that bad.
Pretty bad. Anywho's, who would show up to visit me? Probably only one person. Probably like a boyfriend or... Yeah.
The boyfriend. Ooh.
Your boyfriend showed up. What race is your boyfriend?
Human.
Human. Oh,
Same
so
as-
boring. So-
He's
My
half
parents
orc.
were human too. No, I'm a half tiefling. On
Anyhow.
both sides.
Sounds like... Oh, I was about to say, sounds like somebody cheated.
Nope.
He's adopted.
Hey, Derek, plug this in.
I was then adopted. They didn't like me. When your first kid shows up and is like, has little horns and splotches of red.
That would hurt to come out.
Yes.
Having horns.
They grow in after. Come on.
Just the way he phrased it, I'm like, ow!
He's adopted.
I made the world map.
It's good.
For a second I was like,
I've still got quite a bit of work
your
to do.
character did
I'm still
that?
working on my,
So,
my wall. My wall
10 weeks in, about 2 weeks from
Also, I know
being
Being
moved to
from about every
your
place
central
on the
stations.
planet.
Normal name,
But I made it more
probably.
brutal.
Israel, Massachusetts.
But I made it more brutal.
It's true.
Massachusetts.
Massachusetts. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce it.
Massachusetts.
There's too many double letters.
Like if you commit murder, there is no second chance. You're just killed.
That's recording. Anyway,
Murder is judged by the demigod in mine.
My
That
name
counts.
is Evan. I
your name
guess.
is Evan.
Hello, Evan.
You're
Hello,
introduced to Evan.
And what class?
Do not.
I mean, not
He's playing fighter.
not that kind of class.
Give
Nobility.
me your fingers. You lost your touching privileges.
What?
You're asking class
Sort of-
in D&D.
Yeah, I know. I spaced out for a second. I'm like,
What kind
that's
of
the other one.
what kind of background do you have? Were you raised on the streets, or are you a noble?
Definitely
Those
not
are
a
the only two
noble.
options.
Those are the only two options. Okay.
It's a strictly divided caste system.
It's actually not that. It kind of is. If you have history of magic, you are more likely to be closer to nobility. If you don't,
I
you're
use my
closer to
fists.
combat.
Does it sound like I have magic? Fists and knives. Sharp objects. I'm not a magic boy.
You're
Yeah,
closer
but
to poverty.
Fighters
then.
can be
You're a poor man.
nobles too. Whatever. Like
Or-
knights. Think
Yeah,
about it.
that is like the definition of a knight. Is a noble fighter.
It is knight. That's what knight
Yeah.
is. Anyhow, about a week after introduction in a simulation with Evan, you have a visitor that you really don't want to see too often. It is Red.
Yeah.
Morning.
No, I like red.
Red.
I like red.
I sent a message
all
on Discord to my other friends today on a different server about how it's Valentine's Day, and they were like, somebody sent somebody a rose, and they were like, "Oh, was it red?" And I was like, "Red is the color of love," but the voice to text heard blood, so I had to change it to love.
Depending on what species.
Red is the color of blood.
It is blood. Anyhow,
Actually, we're cold-blooded, so it wouldn't be.
For a second, I thought you were talking about real life.
well,
and I'm like,
technically, the color of your blood is dependent on what
Actually,
oxygen
it's
carrying
true. It
material
depends on
it
whether or
is.
not it's hemoglobin.
So-
yes, because
You could have
crabs
copper-based
and lobsters
blood, or anything
have
that
blue because
basically-
they're copper.
Tarnishes.
Silver blood would be blue. That'd be weird.
What?
Copper blood is a greenish.
But that also means it
Greenish
kind of has
blue.
high content of silver.
Silver. So
Basically, that's
tasty.
what it means. Back on track. Back to me.
Dude, this is Derek's.
Back to me.
Yeah, it's notes on Mark's campaign. That's how many
I
notes
know-
I take.
I know you all have had. Wow, I'm well. I know you all have had your previous recommendations for your wish. Your hopes are being smashed when you do. Pack your things.
To
And he
what?
walks out.
What just happened?
Do you say that? Really?
No. Nothing about it though.
You were told to pack your things. And that's all the information.
I should know
I
how
have
to
like
do this
2
by now.
things to pack.
Not
another-
much to pack.
Uniform in bag.
Uniform, weapon, shields.
Armor class.
I don't even need to pack my
is-
weapons. Just put it back.
It's like you know, you're
The
like,
weapon works, but we need ammunition
Ready.
for it. We don't have.
Armor class is
Are they gonna
dexterity
use real
plus
weapons now?
armor, right?
About half an hour later,
Dexterity.
Yes.
Armor class, which is plus what?
Your dexterity
it's
modifier
10 plus your dex modifier plus, depending, what's your
He's
what's
a
your
fighter.
starting armor? Well, yeah, you have choice.
So he's starting our 4 feet.
Whatever
He
the
is-
military
he's-
provides with us.
He's going melee, so it would likely be scale mail based. So medium armor.
So 13 plus your dex.
Isn't it 13 plus 2?
And then probably.
That is my dex.
Oh,
It's 2.
nice.
No, yeah, medium armor.
15.
And my armor's freaking 19!
You have insane stats. That's real.
Now I want to arm wrestle
About-
somebody.
Apparently, the scholars at Evermore are casting love spells. That sounds like a bad thing.
Do you get free
Nothing
kisses if you
about
go?
me.
Because if so, I'm prepared to leave.
Let's go! I gotta get cards. Let's go.
About 30 minutes later,
We can have another round of drinks.
Silas enters.
We had a lot of
Oh,
Fuck you.
I know this may disappoint your parents, but the lot. I know. He says, I know this may disappoint your parents, Fruity, but we have need of. Honestly, disposable people.
You're disposable!
I'm not going to sugarcoat it.
You have been labeled disposable.
You want to replace a sickly crew. The ship Sci-fi is coming in. They are just on the way towards a relief mission, but the Marine complement has fallen ill, and so has much of the ship.
Yeah, when someone on a ship gets sick, everyone gets sick.
Yeah.
Do we have specifications on the vessel?
It is a common Type C relief ship.
Guns?
It's a small compliment, but nothing major.
It's like Barney when he
They're
says
not
Bruce.
expected to take too much. Not expected to stay for too long in a battle. Anyhow,
Dang.
they are on.
That sucks.
They're on the way to some planet or another to aid, but they need a new complement of token military personnel. And sadly, we do not have very many extra. And you, Lot, being the highest scoring group, have been chosen to be
Disposable?
expedited
We finally get
to
something
your
to
training.
do.
So, Red.
That's what they're saying.
Um,
we get something to do.
This is Silas.
Silas. Lot meaning
Silas.
the five of us?
Yes.
Spelled with this.
I was like,
The complement
This is
was
here?
only 8, so
there's a Dutchman in our
I
presence.
hate to tell you this.
And he's flying!
So let me be the first to congratulate you on your graduation.
We're in space!
Does this mean I actually can use my gun?
That will be cleared depending on the situation.
All situations.
Other than that, we need you out to be briefed soon.
Picks up backpack that is mostly packed with Freezy stuff and has my one other set of clothing on top.
You all good? You all
Except
ready?
mostly empty backpack.
Picks up
Basically.
an empty backpack.
Takes a backpack and a gun. I don't care if
My
it's
gun's
just,
already on the back.
I don't care if it's a laser pointer, I still want it.
Until I'm finished creating my character, I give you control of me. Don't embarrass me.
You go with them. It's
He shits
not
himself.
unheard of, and you're close enough to the end that it
So-
is pretty reasonable to be expedited like this. There's an immediate need, and not very many personnel that can fill it.
What about the second years?
The second years are for more like officer study.
Yeah, no.
That's a
What did you
gentle term
expect?
for not disposable.
Yeah.
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 My apologies.
Are enlisted, not officers. Although Freedy was going to become an officer
Lovely.
later on.
My grandpa went to
Yeah.
Officer Academy in California. He was a major in the Air Force.
Nice.
I don't know who my grandpa was.
My grandpa was
Shot
a
two
Fought in the Vietnam
before.
War.
my grandpa was a sergeant in the Persian Gulf War, and he was a spy during the Vietnam War.
You should only have 2 grandparents. If you have 4, you have a
I
problem.
have 6. Divorce and remarry.
Okay, fair enough.
I have 3
A lot of
that
weird
were
sex.
divorced and remarried. So, and then 1 tacked on due to. It's weird.
I have 7.5 grandparents.
How do you have a grandparent?
Probably cut it.
Amputee.
No arms or legs.
He's a nugget! Hello there, nugtastic boy! May I call you Stumpy?
Hello there, stream.
How many grandparents does somebody have? I don't know.
You're like one of the only people that doesn't know that.
That's funny. Oh, sorry, that tickled me. If you're ready. Sorry.
He's still laughing.
It's so stupid.
May I I call you
joke.
Stumpy.
No.
Yes. You're a nubtastic boy.
If you're ready and packed, please come with me.
I don't think I've ever seen somebody who doesn't have any arms and legs.
I have. And it was on YouTube, so I didn't have to hold back my laughter. To see them walking around.
I saw one in a nursing home.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, they were kind of sad. Anyhow, you're escorted to a small... Why does escorted make you laugh?
No, I'm thinking about...
We're gonna have a single viewer show up, and it's gonna be some person without any arms or legs, and they're gonna feel offended because of that. So we're gonna only view it in the last 100 episodes, and they're going,
Oh, viewers within the last
dare
100
you."
episodes?
Don't worry, it's only your campaign. That's not the main one.
You're gonna die, bro!
I'm sorry. I couldn't resist.
Almost so
Why is
you.
that fire?
We have aloe vera over in the corner.
No, it's right there.
Oh, yeah, it's all right there.
It's, just dump some on your head.
This is how they
Anyways,
treat me. I do this for them, and this is how they treat me.
I feel like you're like every DM.
That is literally the prospect of DMing.
You are escorted down the hall into a small chamber. Inside of it is your professor.
Profession.
Profess.
He's professional.
It is Kata, the small door, the coffee door, and Silas, and a dignified-looking, black-skinned biped.
Is that how you say African American nicely?
That was going to be an African American quad amputee.
Who's an escort?
Well, as they have mandibles,
You're going to have to be more specific more quickly if you don't want jokes to be made.
I was trying to think of how to describe them best. They think of similar to the Arbiter,
Think my
except for coal black with
That's very different from what I was thinking. I was thinking of like Xenomorph from Alien.
off actually. With the short head.
We're gonna get eaten.
Without carapace.
flare.
They're not black.
I can't
Black
focus.
They're like
flare.
purple.
They're purple.
Anyway, yeah, think more like the Covenant elites, closer to
And
that.
now I think of Daggerfall Covenant. Great. There is no victory.
They're closer to that, except for they have more standard biped without the.
There's always
back.
victory. You just have to know how to find it.
He is Administrator Shun. Yeah, Shun.
He's a Chinaman.
Shun.
Alright. Coming back to it.
level 2. Level 2 and we're getting sent out into something real.
Yeah.
We're gonna die.
Thank you for coming, even though if you didn't have a choice. You all are lucky. You get to skip
You get
the
to
last
die
few
quickly.
weeks of boredom and,
It's not boredom. We get to like drink and party and crap.
well, there would have been some of that, but
Just as
It's going to be mostly
cast
be-
on you.
it's going to be mostly
Listeners.
dull for the rest of them, I'm sure. We only have one more surprise drills, but you don't have to worry about that one.
Guys, they got more.
On that note, don't warn them.
Why would we? Their misery is more entertaining. Particularly if I don't have to join them.
Precisely. This is a sort of informal farewell from me. You have been wonderful students here, and been exceptional in your training.
Thanks.
Even you, who have been blowing holes in my lovely campus.
Once. So
You
There's a
shot
few
multiple
holes.
times.
He's gotten good at playing music. I don't know what good that is aboard a spaceship other than keeping up morale.
Morale's an important thing.
It is
Except for
important
he
that
only
there
it's
are also
important to
other
keep up
ways
the
to
morale, as long as you don't want other people blowing holes in the spaceship.
Except
I've
he
heard
only
Silas-
plays at night.
I I heard Silas got the honor of first
Any
congratulating you.
reason?
But let me be the second. And he pulls out some, basically, what would be ensign pins or,
Ensign?
yeah, ensign pins.
Enzyme. That's different.
Can I eat it?
Oy.
Can you eat metal? No, you can't eat metal. Unless you want a bleeding stomach and a trip to the infirmary in a boot.
Or you want to burn it. Haha, you probably get the reference.
Freedy, step forward.
I step forward.
Steps forward.
Not you.
It's a well done reference.
Not you, be gone with you.
Questions,
You're
what is
given 5 pins.
Five.
Because if it's a standard
5
pewter
pins.
pin, then it's probably the wrong
The brass.
compound.
They're mixing up.
Ah, brass!
The
Even
brass.
more
What are
useless.
these pins?
They're mixing an upper
Just
and
like
a downer
symbols
metal.
to be pinned.
No, that's mixing brass and
Wait,
zinc.
5?
If you would.
There's 2 sides. So 3 on one side, 2 on the other?
For each of you. There's
Oh.
5 of you.
I was thinking like stripes that they have in the Navy.
Oh, it's a pin.
Please never pin stripes on a uniform. Please. That'll make you look like the biggest douchebag. You have stripes pinned to your shoulders.
The sacrilege!
Can I like go in like Halloween as douchebag?
And it's not just normal pins, it's
As
safety
you were
pins.
saying.
Dispel thaumaturgy.
It's not just normal pins, it's safety pins.
Now we all get a safety pin. Like, you know what?
Technically,
Just thumbtack them into your shoulder. I feel like you'd be better off that
I say
way.
pins, but the back is actually adhesive, like a permanent fabric adhesive that binds with the fabric.
Cool.
Futuristic bonding between metal and fabric at the atomic level.
Not quite that deep.
Oh, so they can be married too now.
Then what have we been doing these thousands of years we've been in space except for inventing things that bond other things to
You've
things?
not been in space for thousands of years. It's only been a couple hundred.
How long have the other species have been in space?
Depends on species.
Any over
Anyway.
1,000 years?
Yes.
If you do the honors of...
she's gonna stab us.
I like start taking the pins and I walk up and I'm like, sir, I can't reach.
That's because you're tiny, Gabby.
The kid picks up the small person, like, can I pick you up? Would you like a hand?
Yes, please.
Picks up the small person, and like, initially walks up to everybody and like, presents Freedy.
So your background represents each one of these
Walks
you
up to
can
the
choose,
barbarian,
right?
pink,
Your class also determines that.
It is amazing. It is amazing.
sets it down. Would you mind turning in the sir? Picks it back up,
Wait, for which thing?
Presents.
You pointed these, right?
sets
Yeah,
it back
the
up.
library's pointed.
Choose two. Okie
Is the grumpy dwarf laughing? Is he amused?
He's smiling, standing next to a stepladder.
Sits down on step ladder, just
I'm like 7 feet tall. What are you gonna do?
Dwarves are like 3 to 4
not full
feet
of
tall
freedom.
guys. They're not halflings.
Gets a pin to the abs.
Compared to me, they are exactly half. I am 6 feet tall.
No, but they're 3 to 4. Are you 6 to 8?
Ooh, right over the belly
Yes.
button.
Your height randomly morphs every day. By
I don't get to choose. Sometimes I hit my head.
Anyway,
Makes it really hard to do anything.
now that we have that done, you will first report to
Looks mildly embarrassed.
Felix, Corman Felix, for inoculations against any possible remainder of the disease that incapacitated the original group.
Incapacitated.
Incapacitated.
You're gonna give us amnestics, aren't you?
Not amnestics, just a vaccine.
If I don't remember where I was yesterday, I'm gonna blame you.
I blame the drink that you'd probably be having. But
I don't drink alcohol.
I did that once. It went poorly.
that was amusing.
You chose.
I just don't have enough
You
experience.
will, and after that, Felix will direct you towards your shipboard
Well, I
captain.
drank 8 times as much as you could without dying.
At least I have taste.
Will we be able to
At
get
least I have
actual
money.
equipment that we'll be able to use on the mission?
You will be properly equipped, and on that note, those replicas would be more useful staying here, if you would.
I would understand that.
And he just gestures to a rack, which
I just
I first pointed at Derek and start pulling the trigger, the little laser comes out, and then I put it back.
roll my eyes.
you two are definitely related.
That would be a bad way to kill someone.
I'm
That would be through the liver.
Liver can grow back from 1/3 its size.
Walks over to rack, summons weapon. Walks back to summons weapon.
I'm tempted to make my
Yes.
background gladiator.
That knife on your belt would.
Yes, of course. I turn in.
I hide the knife.
I turn in the fake sword and grab a real sword and another and a. The shield we had was it
You
real?
don't have. They don't have. It's an empty rack.
So Andrew, you're
Oh.
standing
Okay.
there and you see me walking towards the rack holding your knife.
What? How'd you get that?
Then most definitely.
Okay.
You're pretty on the road. What do you
So,
expect?
do I still have the tasing wand?
Yes.
I rolled a 15, Derek.
I rolled a 20.
By tasting wand, do you mean shock
I
baton?
got a good
No,
flash.
sleep baton.
Like I said, you see me walking over with your knife.
Oh my god.
Tasting wand is a lightning wand is basically a fantasy way of saying shock baton.
Shock.
It doesn't actually
knocks
shock
you out?
people. It hits you and
Oh,
puts you to sleep.
silicone.
So-
And you never wake up.
It's a single target version of the sleep spell, basically.
That's like the finger of death, but in wand form.
No, it's more
Never
like
wake
how
up.
it's done.
Well, you wake up, but it just knocks you out.
No, if you never wake up, it's like power word. It's like the finger of
It's a
death.
power.
Yeah, we call that power would kill.
This
That's
is the
called
one to
killing
death.
somebody.
Set phasers to
If you
kill.
go
one of
to
those.
sleep and you never wake
Someone's
up,
done.
you are dead.
Or sequester.
Coma!
There's a spell for that exact same thing.
It's like the finger of death. If you like poke someone or do something, they don't never wake up. I've got one of those. Tink.
It's called
Someone's gun.
It's even at range.
Pulls out a knife.
My knife.
It's a knife.
Oh, I found the dice.
I
Yes,
have
I'll-
yoinked the knife.
Anyway, Captain Silas escorts you over to the
100%
Corpsman, where you
Captain Windring.
receive all a specialized inoculation against probable causes of illness, but they're not too worried about further infection on the ship, as it's been cleaned very thoroughly.
Sanitized.
Space bleach.
All you really have to do is
Come
sterilize
get
what
y'all
remains.
juice.
Tasty space bleach.
You're escorted away from
Slurp.
The bleach.
no
Oh, yay, we
From-
get to keep the bleach.
from the medical and brought towards the shipyard.
As soon as we get
Why are
within
you
sight of
two
the
having
ship,
a stare down?
as soon as we get anywhere near, as soon as we get to the person
We've
who's in
been
charge of the
friends for
ship,
like 7
I've got a
years. This
question.
is,
I have two things
this
to
is
take to
normal.
normal as contraband, and I wanted them returned. Do you have them already, or do I need to fetch them from somewhere?
Oh yes, your personal effects will be in your quarters on the ship.
Thank you very much.
Transferred already.
Not a noble.
You see before you a physics ship with multiple sections for rotating rings and habitation. It will not. It has standard sublight engines and looks to be refueling. You see this out of port window, obviously. You can't,
Oh, yeah,
it's
yeah,
not
yeah.
open dock.
Open dock viewing for spacecraft. Yay!
You will be boarding in about an hour and a half. So,
Hater.
it's been a pleasure. I hope you remain safe. Yes?
He's being
Just-
a gladiator.
Safety seems.
My background was gladiator.
Now you're a gamer too. High five.
Your special weapon that you get, because you get a special weapon proficiency as a gladiator.
Do I?
You could have like a net
Yeah.
or a trident, or something
Shock
slightly
net.
more spacey than a trident. It's a shock trident.
Shock trident. Shock net.
I don't know. Is the modern form of gladiator like MMA fighter?
And that is just a
No,
web,
it's
right?
it's a VR blood sport.
It's a VR blood
So
sport.
black
I was one of
net
those.
is a dark web.
I pissed off a former adventurer. Or current adventurer.
Basically,
I
it's-
pissed someone off.
I thought I was gonna be unique. Horrible. This is horrible decision. Maybe I should choose a different one. No,
Well, it depends on how good
gladiators
are you.
fine.
You are now waiting.
You could be proficient in dungeon poop.
I mean, my strength is 19, my dexterity is 15, so I'm okay.
Without knocking anything off the shelf.
How good are interplanetary?
Intergalactic, galactic.
The first word that comes to mind is internet, but that's not the word I'm looking for.
Interplanetary communications, probably.
Yes.
Or rather, interstellar communications.
Interstellar communications are damn near instant, depending.
Oh, okay,
So
fine.
it's subspace and not light
because
speed.
because
communications.
even during the dark times or before the rise of greater civilizations, there were spells such as message, which could instantly communicate with people as long as it's on the same plane of existence.
That's sending.
That's sending.
That's
Message is the
sending.
cantrip.
Message is the cantrip.
Okay.
And there's still
They do the same
there's still a
thing.
95% chance that even if they aren't on the same plane of existence, they still receive the message.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So it's
Okay.
pretty easy to.
Animal messenger.
So-
I command you to go to the moon.
So
Depending on what kind of message you
So
send.
technically, be a 95% chance.
and
as
it just so happens to be a
each,
pig.
Each
When
solar
pigs
system
fly,
is
there
its
you
own-
go.
is
Give me my
its own
cash.
system. So there's technically another plane existence.
Wait a minute. A better
Well, it's part of the
idea
plan. No,
would be
part of the
if it
plan.
was a cow. A cow jumped over.
We're not
the moon.
using the silly.
Yeah, using Spelljammer lore.
No. Spelljammer lore is stupid. Let's be honest here.
The sad thing is, it's official stuff. That's the really sad stuff.
Special weapon.
It's like, here, let's make the cosmos unexplainable too.
It's normal. No reason to overcomplicate things.
We should level up.
Maybe.
The real
Not
question is
yet.
though, are we going with Big Bang Theory of how the universe was created?
That is a good question.
And
How
is
a
there
universe is created.
faster than light travel?
There is faster light travel. It's mainly teleportation.
Okay.
Have we unlocked the
Man,
door?
That's
guys.
fine then. Because I was gonna say normally you could never get outside your local cluster, but if you have teleportation, then everything's
With the
And we
advent
have
of
warp speed.
no.
No.
With the advent
Decline.
of greater greater peripheral tools such as big telescopes that could get a reasonable definition of other star systems, it becomes possible to reasonably teleport
well,
there.
If
the
you know
telescopes were never a problem.
exactly.
Even before the existence of spaceships and rockets and such, people tried to explore the cosmos via teleportation. The first unlucky travelers did not do proper preparation and asphyxiated or
Nice.
got crushed by gravity
Exploded.
or numerous unpleasant things and never returned, so more caution was
The fluid
then
inside
taken.
their eyeballs evaporated.
Well,
And their teeth exploded like popcorn. Did you know that's what happens when you get cremated?
Forbidden popcorn.
Your teeth explode.
Crunchy.
Mmm, crunchy.
It's like eating the kernels.
Mmm, kernels.
that's disgusting.
Kernel mustard.
Hope no one
Wanna
chews
bring
on
that up right now?
That's a funny that I like that
Teeth.
phrase. I hope no one
Anyway.
chews on my teeth.
That's an orc phrase. That's the orc phrase right there. Made they chew on
It's
your
on the
teeth.
internet forever.
That's amazing.
I hope I'm a meme.
I have now created an orc face.
Don't choose on my teeth.
May they chew on your teeth.
Oh, we should also mention.
Derek,
we should also mention-
They chew on your
You
teeth.
should write it in the comments so we now have a Discord channel.
We do have a Discord.
Delightfully crunchy.
Yeah, we
Flavorful.
Derek just started
All
a
the
Discord
weird
channel for D&D.
slogan phrases you put on cereal.
So shoot me a
Teeth for
Discord.
cereal.
Or shoot Derek to Discord
Just
so
into
we
a bowl.
can bring you in.
We have already.
Oh yeah, I got lots of molders this time.
The other one
I
is
wasn't
better set
worried
up
about
than
that.
the previous one.
Okay, that's good.
We're making Discord D&D. So
There's a lot of them.
Anyhow, so given after your pointless wait, because that's what militaries do, make you wait for no reason.
And the
You are
government.
what?
And the government.
Yeah, that's true. That's
Where's the short sword?
short sword's a D6.
Where is it?
It's under simple weapons.
it's a martial weapon.
It's a martial weapon.
It's a martial weapon.
That's a sling.
Anyway, you are allowed to enter and take your quarters. They are fairly cramped and not too stylish, but will be functional and smell of disinfectant.
Oh yay!
Yay.
Space bleach.
Believe it or
is-
not, in space, bleach works just fine.
What is the rough size of this ship?
I hate having dysgraphia. I just wrote short instead of short sword.
I will the short sword.
3D? You're wielding 3D?
So
Wield me!
You're wielding the short.
I did it again. It's W.
it's about 300
Oh,
yards
sorry.
long by 100 yards.
That's a long short sword.
Wait, football field long. How would you hold it?
It's a laser. It's a laser
It's a
sword.
laser pointer.
And one wide.
They've never seen the end, so they just guess it's about 3 football fields.
That's when the light starts to diffract. Go like this.
Disperse.
Disperse, diffract, the light turn
Despawn.
T-spawn!
light form, light turn.
That's the maximum render distance for lasers!
Turn up your settings. Jeez.
Particles can't go further than 3 football fields away.
Oh my god, I swear I sniped him. Yeah, render this, and sorry.
But I can see him. No. It was a bullseye he was holding still. I was
The
robbed.
bullet got too far away and lost all of its momentum and just stopped in midair.
I hate it when that happens.
Buffering happened.
Buffering. The
No.
buffering continues and the bullet has no momentum, so it just falls.
The server saved. The server saved after I pulled the trigger. No.
Gosh dang simulations.
I was about to win.
That's a crappy game if that happens.
Derek, what level are you?
Host
Portal,
left the
right?
game. No, I was about to shoot him.
I'm 9.
Yeah.
What sort of bonus do I get if I'm the gladiator?
We got you some fancy armor.
If I'm the gator, what do I gladiate? What's this bonus for weapon?
You get proficient. You get
Proficient?
You just get.
I transfer to you my
your-
brain damage.
In your starting gear, I'm also wearing something that makes it so I hear myself after I speak.
Oh, speech
Oh
jammer.
well.
So you get a weapon that is not common.
Not common.
That is more used in gladiator fights, entertainment style.
You get like a giant sword,
Kopesh.
like anime style.
A kopesh.
That's pretty unreasonable. It would get stuck on the ceiling if you tried to swing it too much.
Kopesh!
You would probably get stuck on the ceiling if we tried to swing you too much too.
Are you sure? I'm sure if I held her above my head, she still wouldn't reach the ceiling.
How tall are you?
I'm 6 foot.
6 foot. Oh, okay.
It reached the ceiling.
I was making a short joke. You ruined it.
No, that
8
joke
feet.
ended up being a little long actually.
The ceiling's at 8 feet tall. So you're barely scraping by.
Dang, I can't even.
I was talking about real life.
I was too.
Isn't this
Oh.
only like 9 feet?
Is it done, though?
This one.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it's about 8 feet.
8 foot 2 inches.
So if I got a big sword,
A Carpathian fox, which
How
is
would you
a
wield
sword
it?
that curves forward.
Determination.
That sounds like it would hurt
And magic.
really bad.
Telekinesis.
The Romans
There
were
you
afraid of
go.
it because it worked really well against their armor. They didn't invade there again.
Oh, yeah.
Anyhow,
Wait, Carthage?
Someplace.
Romans invaded Carthage many times.
It was in some place in somewhere. I'll look it up. I have good.
What was that?
I have
That was a cat.
internet right now. Why not use
To
it?
check your accounts.
We have the power of
What?
space.
Never mind.
I just gotta log into my Facebook account really quick.
There's no space there.
It's MySpace. How many times have I had to tell you?
Oh, okay. I'll just log into my MySpace real quick. The day I have a MySpace is the day I
Please
die.
tell me that there's
Have a
an actual
Facebook
like
account.
news
That's
feed that's like
necessary
MySpace or something
for
like
some-
that.
There are
It's from
networks.
Oh, it's a Dacian.
Is there international
Romania.
dating sites?
Ah, from
There is a
Asian
little.
folks.
They're mostly local, because international. Of course, there's international when you can go into
There's
planetary.
Interstellar.
Sorry, interstellar dating source.
For very very rich people, because of
Me?
doing.
Again, like it would hurt a lot.
This is my sword. It is a fox. It's a forward curved.
A blacksmith built
Blade.
a
I've
blade
seen that. Those are
backwards
pretty
and
cool.
then decided, hey, let's make more of these.
What were you
It
saying?
works-
It was originally used as an agricultural
Well,
tool, but then people
yeah.
attacked and they're like,
Yeah, fair
"Whoosh!"
So
And it worked good.
there
so
is
they kept it.
There's interstellar communication. It is very expensive due to the requirements of it. It's about a credit per minute to use.
That's
So messages are pretty cheap because it takes.
like old timey texting.
Yeah. So sending a message is
Yep, $100
a couple
for
cents basically, about 5 cents.
So like 5 copper.
Oh, that sword is nasty.
0.05 credits.
Yeah.
Oh, good
0.05.
What did you do to it?
If you do streaming, it gets expensive pretty quick, but the rich don't really care.
Yeah.
That's only if you're streaming interstellarly, though.
Yeah, that's only if you're streaming
Unfortunately,
interstellarly, and most of the people just, well, there are people who ship data
Only
because
if
it's so much cheaper.
interstellarly.
unfortunately, I am rich, but I am not rich enough to act like I'm rich.
So you by yourself or
I
not?
just saw a really.
Yes, I by myself am not. My family
Oh.
is. My
It's
what is my
because
last
it
name?
was
Damn it.
An actual one that was found in the ground.
Oh.
That's why it was so nasty.
Psyches.
The second family is rich enough to do that.
Yes, the Psyches family is rich enough to do that. Freeney Psyches specifically. It's not.
So, intercom starts going on. Please report to your stations. Repeat, all personnel, please report your stations. Thank you.
Again, that looks just devastating. If you
Nice.
get hit by that, your guts are going
That's what
everywhere.
Klingons use.
No. You just hurt me.
Well, since
Badly.
I'm the pilot, I go to the helm.
You actually are expected there as a new helm apprentice or junior helmsman.
I go to the gunner station. No, I don't need to go there. I'll go to the engine room.
You're going to the engine room?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because if there's no
Klingons
combat,
sword is
I don't
called
need
a
to be in the gunner
bat lift. How
station.
could you not know?
Well, what station do you want to do? What kind of station do you want to be?
What do you want to do?
Using-
I want to do a gunner, but
The originals
if there's
look
nothing
like
to
this.
gun, I can work as an engineer.
So you can see the sickle pulling
Okay.
Yeah.
shape.
Gunner or engineer? Joshua?
Stab.
I believe I was communications.
So he's the one that has to pay all the money, right?
What? Fuck no.
So I get
And Freddie
advantage? What do I get?
Asked to join up
you
with
receive
the
it.
command
You
staff.
have it.
I'm assuming
With
that the
advantage?
military has its own
No, you
like
just
network
have it.
that it sends things on.
Oh, it's gonna be really
Like,
expensive.
You are to be the command representative.
you get it for
of this
free.
mission.
Plus
Would
all,
it
your
feel-
plus all your extra
I
entertainment
There's
background stuff.
three other.
Would it deal more
There's three
damage
other
than a normal
groups
sword?
that
That's
are
up to
more
you.
official.
So,
Could it be a laser?
am I considered like
Laser fox.
the captain?
Kinda, yeah.
What does a sickle
You,
do?
you are the squad leader.
We stream this once a week, usually around the same time. We usually go till about 11 o'clock. Sorry, I wasn't looking at
Does people?
I'll move it on to my
Hi,
other
people.
Hello, people.
Hello, people. Greetings. How are you?
Why are you
We never
spending your
We just don't
Valentine's
expect
Day
people in
here?
stream chat, so I don't usually.
Because
go
we're
there.
Oh, Derek, throw up our server ID for Discord.
I just put say your Discord name and number in stream chat if you want to join our D&D Discord.
Okay.
Yeah, we're not very large
Yeah,
channel, so we don't expect people in. But thank you for joining us. It's very nice to have you.
Also, I like this person's username, the Xeroxian Empire.
Very nice.
Oh.
They think we're funny! Huzzah!
Thank
Mission
you.
accomplished!
I can hear you speak louder.
Since I
Thank
didn't ask
you.
beforehand that if the gun was replacing the one warlock cantrip.
Just a coot.
Yeah.
You did ask before. No, it does not
Camera.
replace Eldritch Blast, nor does it
You're like
benefit
the only
from the
person.
Yes.
cast the benefits.
Okay, I'm
The invocations
but I'm
of
gonna take
But
my
it acts similar to it.
It acts similar.
I was wondering if I could switch it out due to the fact that I wasn't expecting it to be effectively the same thing.
You asked to be a.
You could have the weapon and
We
use
can
Eldritch Blast.
talk about that later.
So,
Now.
for my weapon, would it deal the same damage as a short sword, or because I'm good with it, would it be better? I was told to ask you because you're the DM.
What do you want your weapon to be?
That fox that I showed
freaking
you.
nasty curved.
Since it's a
Sword.
melee weapon, are you taking
Sure.
melee? And it's a specialty weapon. We'll do 2d6.
It does as much as your sniper rifle, Derek.
Yeah, but it's melee. It doesn't have a mile of range.
I mean, look at it. It's fantastic.
It's like one of those curved daggers that are used to cut things.
Yep, that's
Yeah,
what I do with
that's
it.
a weapon.
Just
It's an
just
enhanced
realized.
metallic alloy. So.
Plasteel.
Wait, would that go around shields?
It's a plasteel mag.
it
the
depends
sword,
on how strongly curved it is.
it goes through like the extra protection shield that you would carry on like a riot shield,
Should try Twitch.
but it doesn't
We
go
can-
through
we
regular
can try
deflection.
Twitch.
The shields.
We tried
With how my system works, I can always just stream to Twitch and then upload the video to YouTube. So we can try that probably starting next week. See how that works.
Didn't we have problems
Shoot.
with Twitch before?
We did for a little bit.
Twitch is generally better for streaming.
True, but with less audiences. Anyhow,
Thank you very much for joining us.
as you get
We
to your
hope you tune in
stations,
again.
you are brought into basically your state, basically where you'll be staying. Engineering.
Yep.
/ gunnery position with primary gunnery. A helmsman. He's running communications or learning communications, and you are an advisor to the command staff.
I can probably make it.
As that is the highest position one of your rank
Video
could
waterfall
be
after that.
placed at.
Yeah.
And what is your role on the ship?
Security officer.
Security officer. Excellent.
Question: what are my actual
Fantastic.
duties?
At least
What am I
someone's
actually
intelligent
supposed to
here.
Your actual
Which one was
duties
security
is
officer? That'd be bad.
to be a.
I mean, what else am I gonna
You're
do?
sort of a secretary for the other
the ship, right?
Navy men on the ship who actually have rank.
You stole my pencil.
We're at the moment we're going on a relief vessel to.
You didn't take it?
Where did it
something
go?
I'm not entirely sure.
You haven't been told yet, actually.
Yeah, we pretty much haven't been told our objective.
But-
We just know it's a relief vessel.
You're on
Oh,
the
yeah,
relief
he's-
ship Syceses.
You said we're going to relieve some.
It has a lot of S's.
We're going to relieve some planet of. You told us a while back.
That was a different ship.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's right.
They died.
That was the Renewal of Hope, which was one of the names of the ship. That went to a different planet.
Okay.
As far as you can tell, this is going to a Arc Sector 4, which
It's like you're hitting him in the back of the head.
He's twitching because my axe is in his nervous system.
Yeah, and at some point I'll have to put you on the list.
you're going to a small colony. As you get to your positions, you're starting to get briefed. You go into a small colony.
How far away is this small colony?
It's actually pretty close to the system. You're in Arc T3. This is Arc Y7 system.
Okay. you actually have a map?
It's going to kill you if you do this.
It wouldn't be very useful yet.
Oh, okay.
So Xeroxian thinks you're going to kill us because you're keeping it a secret.
I don't.
You're supposed to know this. No, you're going Arkway 7 because it is a new colony which the planet has been named like 12 other planets in this local area.
You a beer? Oh.
Oh, Tom's root beer. Just say root beer.
Get me a beer.
Also,
I'm trying to not. Since we have a viewer, I'm trying to be courteous and not interrupt the DM.
the planet name is Groundbreak.
Groundbreak.
Lots of holes in it. I can't resist.
It is a
Zoxirum.
it is a introductory name for most planets that start a system off for colonization. It's usually replaced within about 20 to 50 years of colonization, as it is a generalistic name. Same with Eden, which is used numerous amount of time.
What are we doing?
Is there a number after the?
Paradise.
Is there a number after the Groundbreak?
Nope, it is Groundbreak of Arkway 7.
Oh well, then
Yep.
it makes sense. I was like, which Groundbreak are we going to?
Groundbreak is
Anyway.
our place.
Continue.
Something to write with.
The travel time will be about 4 weeks, during which you will be
I want that back.
brushing up on simple command structure and duties of your positions, as I have not told you those guys yet.
I don't know if I should be an engineer. My intelligence is 8.
If someone teaches you how to do it, you can do it again.
So,
Oh, good point.
Okay, so
There's a
my
reason why
duties. I
you,
think we
uh,
got interrupted.
so the
My
two
technical
of us,
duties. What I'm supposed to do.
I
The
will
two of us
introduce.
behind the camera. The person that you're actually hearing answer your questions is. My name is Derek. I'm the leftmost person.
He's a techie.
I'm the techie, and next to me is Jonathan, the one with the machete. The one
Hello!
that put
Kniffy.
the machete into frame.
He's just in a bad position.
He is actually the machete itself. He doesn't actually have the rest of him. He's just a
He's
machete.
a sentient machete.
I am
It
a
is
sentient-
quite the
Exactly.
achievement.
Yeah, and then we have Andrew, and then Zach, going
Yeah.
from left to right, and then Josh and Gabby. And his name is Will.
Hi, Will. It's nice to meet
Also
you.
Will.
Jinx, give me a soda.
I already did that.
This is empty.
It is on the screen. Everyone except Jonathan is currently on the screen. I'm just fixing up the names because I made them bigger and then I couldn't make them smaller again. So,
Okay, so we're
How do
learning.
we spell the name of
redirect-
our vessel?
These are the questions he never expected
Actually,
to
I-
ask.
SISSEIES. It is not a common name.
Can you just like
yeah,
send that?
Sci
he's kind of in a weird
Sissies.
spot.
S-I...
I'm a-
SISS.
Say it one more time for me.
Sci-Sessies.
I wonder if we can get Jonathan on camera.
I'll just move over there.
My best
I'll
guess.
Might be able
stand.
to
And
do
it's
it.
spelled SISS.
If we switch around the cameras.
EIES.
I'll be really close.
That one
I'll just move.
That is
That one
a
closer to
direct.
Gabby?
That is a direct spelling
Well, but
translation.
that's a smaller
with
field
a
of view. This is a much
similar-ish
wider field.
pronunciation.
SISSEIES.
I've already
Yeah.
touched it. It's too late.
Motion sickness, yay!
Okay.
Oh, goody.
So we're on the ship. How long are we gonna be on the ship?
4 weeks. I
4
said that.
weeks. Okay. Just wanted to double check.
Yeah, we don't have any more boring training. We just have the entire ship journey.
So, for the commands, for the command structure, you being the captain, you basically, for actual actions in combat and actions in
flip these around.
any use where you would be
It seems like an earthquake's happening here.
where you would be in initiative order, the captain basically
There we go.
commands a crew to take an action. So you duplicate any other action on the ship once, and that's the only thing you can do. So
Oh.
That's a
you,
lot of options.
you can tell the helmsman to boost to X quadrant and move the ship that way, or you can tell the gunnery to open fire on target again, or reload and open fire, or
Okay.
do I
repel
do during
borders.
combat?
You comes.
What do I do during combat? Like,
You stand behind me.
I will stand behind him.
So,
You could
Wait,
use
how-
you could
how
use
often can I
diplomacy
do
with the
that?
enemy ship.
You do that once
It's the
once per
only
turn.
John.
Once per
yes.
So let's
You help.
make space for you.
You're basically buffs. Anything that has to do with communications. You also are the only person in the group that can talk to the enemy ship.
Excellent.
That's a terrible thing.
We're all gonna die.
No, I'm more likely to shoot you than I am to accidentally talk the other guy into shooting you.
Are you sure about that?
Yes.
Because I have my doubts.
You also are the only one who can communicate in the group. There's other people doing similar things, but we'll just pretend that you guys control the ship. Because
Can double an
more
action.
fun. You are also going to be coordinating with other ships and telling
It just doesn't
and
talk
gathering
much.
information from other ships to see what they're
Okay.
planning.
They're
Gunnery?
asking why you don't talk much, Andrew.
What?
They're asking why you don't talk much.
It's because
He's
I
on
just
drugs.
worked a 10-hour day, and I had over 120 calls of really angry people today.
Oh, mood.
So
because it's
that's I was just on the phone all day.
This reason is acceptable.
Dude, you want to
If
talk
we see
about
them
Asian
throw 20
people?
pizzas on the floor.
I could tell you stories.
One of my coworkers did that today.
The food, no!
Wait, what?
He was trying to stack it on top of the rack and it fell and dropped 20 pizzas.
No, so much food!
And there was so much pepperoni in the ground that we couldn't clean it all up at once. It took several scoops and trips.
That's so much food! It
it
makes me so sad.
he was
How
rather
to make a man cry. Drop
And we-
food on the ground.
Gunnery is in charge of weaponry, and you get to choose what weapons in what sequence is fired. So you can choose long range weaponry or short range, and
And
get to do
either,
the damage.
either plasma or physical.
Do I have to be at a comms station to be able to communicate
Plasma
with the other
heat
You
teams?
must,
is physical.
you must be at your stations.
Okay.
Do I have to be at the helm to fly the ship?
I would like.
Well, I was more wondering if I was able to assist with the security officer if he needed to repel people, or or if it is more important
People
that I
will,
stay
be
there.
people will be pretty repelled when they see my face.
You may be
We always are.
Repelled.
as you
Roll a hotness check.
Get 10
Oh,
again,
Glory, not this
please.
again, please.
10 again. 10 again.
He gets a 1.
This is only for you. It doesn't give you any benefits. Just telling you.
Good glory.
9 out of 10.
Okay. Hot boy.
I'm
Thank
silly
you.
responsible for it. Got a 3.
But I am spoken for. I have a boyfriend.
Well,
Not
yes.
real life. He's available.
In game. Saruman's character has boyfriend.
Correction. In real life.
Ooh, do I need to
In combat,
independent roll?
even though you're you're going to be acting as the engineer because unless you're boarded, at which time we'll switch to a different sort of combat, you will be acting as the engineer, which buffs and Which buffs and maintains the ship.
Aww. It's so sweet. I have
Did
to
you
color
get
my
that, or-
face. I'm turning to
I
red.
didn't move it over enough.
My face is red.
So my endless work begins again.
Awesome.
Did you get what I said, or
I was busy being complimented and embarrassed by it.
I expected as much?
And
And
work as an engineer.
you'll work as an engineer during ship-to-ship combat because a security officer doesn't do much during ship-to-ship combat unless you're boarded, at which time we would switch to a different type of combat. But
Okay.
engineers will be basically, you'll be maintaining the ship and increasing certain areas of effectiveness.
That
So you
seems-
could say, like, I wish to energize the weapons and increase the damage on the next barrage.
Yeah, my
Or-
magic wouldn't do a whole lot and enter,
Already did 120
You
feet.
don't quite have that scale of
that
Authority.
wouldn't do a whole lot.
power.
That wouldn't do a whole
I
lot.
don't know what kinds of enemies we're going against yet, because the only things we've fought so far are simulations.
I still blasted holes in the
So-
ship.
And he still blasted holes in the ship.
It was 2 a.m.
If you shoot this ship, I will kill you.
Okay.
And I
You
will
will
double
have
his
a
action.
PvP
Looks
battle.
like you blurred something.
Okay. I will lock the doors.
I am photoshopping out
Question:
this
Is there an
Coca-Cola
intercom
can.
room or is it just on the top?
It's part of the helm.
Okay.
And
I will lock all the
I have
doors.
no directional hearing when I have it on.
Freedy desperately wants to know if her room is nice.
it's nice-ish.
Nice-ish.
As nice
Comparatively nice.
as a barracks room can be.
Is mine comparatively nice to living like really poor?
It's exactly the same as Freedy's. You all have the same rooms.
Yeah.
Freedy just has an extra monitor
Oh,
that shows
It
false.
shows the outside.
Basically, it's an exterior monitor. It just shows the space to be pretty. And the helmsman will direct the ship. Will direct which direction the ship is going.
What's your...
Freedy is not content that she is not better than everyone else.
Spoiled rich girl.
I mean, you don't always get what you want.
Especially in the army.
Freedy does not like that.
No double rations. In fact, for asking, you get half rations.
I'm small, I don't
She
need double
doesn't
rations.
need double rations. She would be fat on double rations.
I'm
No longer like walks around.
Equal people, you guys deserve a bigger audience. Okay.
If you like our type of humor, we know you're gonna be funny.
And don't worry, I'm still shaking off my rust of about a year and a half of not DMing, so.
Yeah.
You left me, John,
We
for
forgive
my
you,
own
Ian.
play.
Sorry.
You crazies.
So,
Can't always be there for you.
what do you wish to do during these 4 weeks of travel as about every 3 days your ship takes a jump or teleports about a light year?
Every 3 days it teleports a light year? Jeez.
Yeah. It takes time to recharge that much energy. It takes quite a bit of energy to move this much mass. And even through magic, it's not the easiest to sustain.
Yeah.
And this is an older ship, so it doesn't quite have the specs for long jumps. What do you wish to do?
Okay.
I want to get higher intelligence, if that's possible, by training on it.
Even
Does the ship
if I
have-
have to read books.
Reading books?
The torture.
You might not be able to increase the intelligence, but I would allow you to start training for proficiency.
Or proficiency in
Can I start learning more
What kind of
languages?
proficiency would you like to?
engineering.
Yes.
If that's the thing.
I would like to be better at my job, please.
Yeah, we can get you. We can have that be a type of tool.
It'll take a while, but
Just like learning.
Uh,
it takes like 2 years to gain proficiency.
okay. You are like a fish to water almost in your study of engineering. Even though
Don't
there's
touch this lever.
a slight disadvantage to your intelligence, but it makes sense. It's very tactile.
What?
Nothing. It's not important.
It's just, Will said, well, I don't read books unless it's an erotica novel.
You saw it!
I read a lot of books. Thank you very much.
Erotic
And
novels?
I don't
very
know
few.
why that would be.
It's not.
We all know they get you on, Zach.
No, I don't read erotica novels. They're terrible most of the time.
See, I'll see if I can fix it.
Anyhow, so you wish to start learning a proficiency of a language.
Is there another really common language that's used
Besides common?
besides common? Yes.
Is there a common language besides common?
Is there another the second most common language?
Okay, good.
Upon which kind of class?
Derek,
social
are you
class.
cheating on your own stream?
I'm
No,
assuming.
I was trying to figure out why the.
I'm
quality was
assuming
so
other
bad.
people on communications would be more upper class.
Yes, I'm cheating on my
Unless
own
they're
stream by
pirates.
pulling up my own stream while I'm
Pirates.
streaming.
You pulled up the critical role. I saw it.
Critical Role was in the other tab. I'm trying to catch up.
Military dialect.
There
That is
is there is a code language that is fallen out a little bit of favor because it's known about, similar to Navajo, but it's still useful in some situations. You can start learning code.
Is that what I would write
You
down?
could probably have
Yeah.
cryptography.
Or cartography.
Cryptography. Whoa.
Cryptography. You have about a bit of
Space
proficiency.
cryptography, 3D mapping. Sounds complicated.
So
Cool.
the three things that I would be doing,
Have to use glass
being locked
plates
in my
with white
room,
dots.
doing my
In
art shit.
layers, up and down.
I would be
Taking on
I would be
responsibility.
coming out and trying to research information about what we're actually doing. See if we can get in contact with anybody for more specific information. And then I would be researching information on what was the
Probably the
word?
planet you're going to.
Not that specific. So that would be more related to the first thing.
Oh yeah.
The other thing would be
Hi!
I heard something about a rescue mission. I would be looking into ways to more
person
efficiently, in terms of like studying leadership. I'd be looking more into ways to save or more efficiently siphon off people into gathering people, making sure that they're all accounted for. That sort of information.
How to lead. You're looking for leadership advice.
We're like, and specifically rescuing in that context, and with
You-
medical emphasis.
You want to learn how to be a rescue operator,
Hey.
basically.
I do not
Well, it's
require
wondering if there will be a
sustenance.
lot of puzzle solving.
But thank you.
Not so much puzzle solving, but there'll be investigations.
This isn't Skyrim. Puzzles in Skyrim,
Those
though.
are terrible puzzles.
Last
Let
time
me
you
just
puzzle
puzzle
at
it
Joshua,
nicely.
he died 3 times.
Let me just leave the cheat sheet on
puzzle
the floor.
It's literally like you have you're holding the cheat sheet while you're trying to solve the puzzle.
And somehow I
what's
managed
the
to
key?
fail.
It only has like 12 combinations too. It's like so
It's
easy to
really
guess.
easy.
What?
We can forgive Skyrim.
Yes, Captain.
It is a replayable game.
Seeing as it's been released on 14 consoles.
And they made a remastered version.
Which has the same exploits as the normal version.
Yep, they didn't change it.
You introduced. You're introduced to Exene.
Azine?
Exene?
Exine?
Yep.
Skyrim, the one game
And
where
what
you
is
can
that?
fight dragons and build a house for your wife and children at the same time.
Well,
Isn't that life?
Where are the dragons?
they're what you would.
Inside.
Oh, fair enough.
Chasing dragons.
Okay.
They
Imagine.
are
You have to imagine the dragon.
They almost look like a
Yeah.
direwolf.
Acid.
So they're wolf species?
Yeah, they have 6 legs.
Warm in here.
So like a displacer base kind of thing?
So, Exine? How do I spell that?
EXEEN.
E-X-E...
They are.
wolf people?
Will wants to see a boss fight.
And suddenly you are bored.
when we get there.
Throw shit at us.
You're suddenly bored.
Okay.
So Exene is part of the Alec,
We
which
shall see.
are six-legged lupine form. They are very good for
Pets.
not pets. They are sentient and will bite you for trying to
If this was
treat them
kind of a
like
ship,
that.
we'd have a problem.
Okay.
They are very good at hunting and finding things due to the sensitive noses
Cute
and acute
puppies.
sight. The language is a little bit difficult to understand, but you start to get an acquaintance on the basics of how not to look like you're about to rip somebody apart when finding them, which could be a little bit helpful for you with your massive amount of teeth, and is a problem for Exene themselves, as not everybody wants to be found by a devil-faced wolf.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Not everyone wants to be found by a devil-faced wolf.
Well,
What are you
it's
doing,
a
Jim?
cute puppy. I
Let's
must
short
give
read
it
it down.
pets.
So hold on, for that last bit, so is that just more diplomacy specifically between, like how I would present myself to the
Yes.
Exene? Okay.
Oh, not to Exene, but
Actually, no,
to
that would be pretty
outside
interesting.
customers.
Outside.
No, I'd be found by a devil-faced wolf. I changed my mind.
Well, I wouldn't be found by a wolf thing.
What do you wish? What do you wish to do?
Depends on the situation.
Yeah.
If you're seeing people torn apart in front of you,
Well,
no.
what is the current situation?
You're
Other than
on.
drifting through space.
Well, not drifting, but you have the direction.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
powering through space towards your destination.
Pirate ship.
I don't really have anything to do until we get there.
Can we take over the ship, guys?
What do you mean you can try and get
Shoot
efficiencies,
the captain in the head. This is my ship
You're
now!
one of 4 different military attachments.
Being pirates would
Well,
be fun.
I'm sure we could stage a coup if we did it properly.
Good luck
Being
having it
pirates
on.
would be fun. However, I have an embarrassing question. I have forgotten how to calculate my initiative.
It's
Then
It is
you're not
just your
there.
dexterity modifier.
Just 2.
And this is why we're going slow today, is to help him build his character out well.
Yeah, he's still building his character.
I usually
So-
stick with
so
my
the-
character, so I forget
I
how
know.
to make it.
One of the
true.
important things to take care of in a coup is communications.
We'll want to put up against something powerful to see how powerful we are.
pirate ship.
We're level
Pirate
2,
ship.
Will. Will, no, we're level 2.
Don't get us killed, man.
We're babies.
Will be the reason we all
I'm a baby, actually. We're all babies, but most importantly, I am, and I do not want to be involved.
There's not many pirates in this sector, it's patrolled.
Dang.
Yeah.
Well, then we leave the sector and kick out
Leave
pirates.
the
Do we
sector
occasionally
and
run
become
into other
pirates.
military ships?
Overthrow the captain.
Do we
Start
occasionally
trading all the
talk to other military
non-essential
ships?
stuff on board.
Do I get a chance to practice my code?
You practice among the crew, but you're currently
Dragons
solo
in
among
space,
board.
that'd be.
Okay.
Space
He
dragons.
wants us to find a dragon.
I mean, it won't have a good chance against a ship, especially one that's 300 meters
It's
long.
bigger than the dragon.
That does seem like a
How
challenge.
many people are on this ship?
On the ship, a couple hundred.
Well, I guess if it was a blue dragon, we'd have trouble. We'd be shorting our systems.
That would be...
True. Anyhow, you start. Time passes as you've accustomed. Yes, it does.
I'm staying still.
You've been given a rundown of the basics. There is a unexpected, not plague, but an unexpected disease affecting this planet. It's not uncommon to see with new worlds where they probably just need some medical supplies, but
Mass Effect Thorian level stuff. Bringing mind controlling vegetation.
no,
Derek, did you break your beholder minifigure?
maybe
No, I can break it on purpose.
it comes apart.
No, I didn't break
You've
it.
been shown
I
a
broke it.
picture. You've been shown a image of the
You want me to steal that
fairly
back?
picturesque world inside the Goldie.
I am over
Zone.
here. Hello.
Yes, he looks funny.
I don't think he could see you.
I think he was still.
Was I still out of frame?
He was reintroduced.
Turn the camera around.
You're going towards a Goldilocks zone planet.
Hello. I am over here, behind all the wires and everything. That is a good point, though. I could just turn that camera around.
Okay, so we
Inside
get
the box, problem solving
You're
skills.
entering the system with the final discharge and pop of a
Hello, Monte
teleportation.
Cosmos. Welcome to the stream.
Hello.
Find yourself in system of a
Thank you.
seven planets, 2 giants, 5 rocky types, with
Are we in Pokemon now?
Sweet Pokemon got bigger.
no
You're not
rocky
the
type
only one.
worlds, like core worlds.
Stony Worlds.
Yeah, stony worlds.
Stone Worlds.
They're all
Oh
still.
man.
They orbit a white giant, and within
Dang.
a single white giant type star.
I know, but how does a star be a white? I've only heard of white dwarves.
Those white giants.
That's a hot star.
Yeah.
Wink, wink,
Yeah, you
wink.
can buy souls at Trader Joe's. I think they go for about $5.
Souls?
Yeah, souls.
15.
Oh, 15. Sorry, my mistake. I forgot the 1.
Understandable.
A good.
I mean, are you talking about when they're on sale?
When they're on sale, they're about 10.
Lost.
Throw off on tangent.
I'm responding to stream chat.
Guys, come back!
You only have 3?
Come back, friends.
Well,
Within the habitable
it
zone
shouldn't be
is a
hard to
single
make a few
planet.
bucks.
Jack.
Soul?
Jack, come back.
What was that?
Within the habitable zone is a single planet with 3 moons.
It's a lot of movement.
On the surface, you see
a little.
You are on the night side and see a small speck of light, which is your destination.
Okay.
The world itself, mountains with the one noticeable major crater on the southern edge, a few deserts,
Any water?
Yeah, I'd say
a good
Jack
amount of
Bauer's
water,
next
but it's
track.
mostly landlocked. All water's landlocked. As you start decelerating in system and
Oh my
It's like the opposite of Earth.
His brother first person.
Trader Joe's is Walmart for rich people.
But apparently they don't have souls, so maybe you have to go to Walmart.
What?
Maybe.
Of course, Walmart has souls. Have you
the gingers harvest souls?
Oh yeah, just meet your neighborhood ginger and ask for a soul.
Walmart
They
doesn't
can
have
give you one.
souls.
Why do you think they put Red in charge?
Of course, Walmart sells
Red-
souls. Have you seen what they've done to their employees?
Red
But
was
it's
the
not
drill
souls,
instructor.
but that's what they run on. How do you think they keep growing?
Okay.
They do run on souls, let's be honest.
Yeah.
Okay,
Remember that
so
one video
we
of,
get
like,
there.
the, right.
You're approaching.
Shush.
Apparently you look like John
You know
Tron.
better.
Wow.
Nice.
Kinda? I don't have a bird though.
The names are along the bottom.
It's
Except
time to
for
get
me,
a bird.
because- No, I'm on there too. I forgot that I put myself on.
Birds are a pain in the butt to take care of.
They live like 50 years.
So
And they're loud.
it's just one displaced. Don't shop there unless you want to pay $6 for an apple.
Oh god.
Still the fire towards Trader Joe's.
What kind of... What are they putting in their apples?
Good stuff apparently.
I mean, the good stuff for gold. That has to be one of them.
It's what you use to make the apple bong? The Trader Joe's apple?
Apple bong?
That's so stupid. People make bongs out of everything.
If you get really high, you get some funny ideas. Same as if you get
So-
trapped on an island for
You also
thousands of
apparently
years.
look like the newest 2020 Playboy.
Hey, I like that one.
Oh, I'm jealous.
It's all
It's all coming together.
You're
Maybe.
don't die, Josh.
Josh, they said use Eldritch Blast.
Electric blast.
We'll get
If
there.
I shoot the ship, they'll kill me.
We already shot the station. I don't know if we can get away with shooting the ship.
Yeah,
At
no.
least it was at 2 in the morning.
So
Loose cannon is an
you're
understatement.
assigned to
Anyone has Fireball?
you're assigned to be, as you have no real rescue skills. You're assigned as guard to Hanvar, the dwarvish captain of the ship.
Me?
You all are.
Oh.
You 5 are contingents
What do you mean?
of guards for
What do you mean
Hanvar.
no rescue skills?
Our
I'm good
gods
at
for
stuff.
Envar?
We don't have the
Fixed a few of my own bullet holes.
Alright.
Me and other people.
Envar?
Hanvar is
I
captain,
fought
ship captain, the
hundreds of
civilian
people.
Envar
captain.
is the trip
I've
captain.
killed
Yes,
so
he's the
many
civilian
people.
captain and leader of the
You
expedition.
think I'm not skilled?
So,
Monty
Well,
wants us to
we've
go
done
and then
what?
destroy the
so
planet.
Of course you do.
I don't know
to,
if we can do that. I don't know if we have
I
the
forgot your name.
firepower.
but today,
Did anyone bring
Sure,
red matter with us?
That's why I forgot it.
The drug or the thing?
No, the Star Trek thing. Anyone have red matter?
I'm just gonna start calling
No
it today.
red matter.
No red matter? Shoots. How are we gonna destroy the planet then? No,
You're supposed to
that's not-
save them up.
Slowly.
Well, Monty says otherwise.
You can.
my ass!
No, I was gonna say to kill his own planet, but I'm like, wait a minute, that's not how you
He
say
also
it.
wants to summon Chad.
I have been summoned.
Oh, it's you.
So we get
You
to
will
the
be
planet.
right. You're on station. You're on the ship.
Will still wants to see fights.
Not everything can be a fight, but yes.
Oh,
there-
some things have to be fights.
I
That's
normally
true,
have
some
a fight a
things-
session.
What?
I normally have at least one fight a session.
Generally.
Yeah.
Mostly with the other members of the party.
Thought robots.
You're next, Josh.
Did you just say thought robots?
Hey, you sure did.
You're next,
Oh,
Josh.
please no.
Thought robots.
Oh, please no.
There are thought robots, but they're not very popular.
What was Will saying about erotica fanfiction or whatever?
It's the only book he reads.
Thought robots.
Also,
Anywho, then
maybe
Am I
continue.
able to get any good Turkin form? That's the good question.
Where is the
Oh.
nearest dam? We need to break it.
What?
That's a
Where's
shame.
the nearest dam? We need to break it.
Am?
Damn.
Dam.
Damn.
There are no dams on planet,
Dang
as
it.
they do not, because that requires substantial.
But we need to release the
Infrastructure.
river. How are we supposed to help Treebeard if we can't release the river?
Anywho's continue.
Casting.
Okay, so my artist, while I'm spending up to 3 hours a day, whenever I'm able to, that I'm making sure I can.
Release the trickle.
That's my art tool.
Anyhow, you travel with me.
The DM would like to veto that.
Yes. We will be going down first and setting up some lines to stop the
hand
chaos
on
raining.
Shoulder.
You will be shortly
Not
accompanied by
on machete.
others.
No.
Use Chug Jug. I don't even know what that is.
What?
Chug Jug.
I think it's from Fortnite.
Oh, maybe.
What?
I don't know.
No, I
don't
don't
play the
know Fortnite.
game.
I don't know.
It is from Fortnite.
Is it from?
It's from Night Fort, yep.
Night Fort.
Ah, I was wrong. I always mix those two up.
They're really easy to get mixed up, you know? They sound so similar.
Okay, so we're going down
Gameplay's
to the
almost the same.
ground.
Yes. We'll be the entry party, so no fancy sigils for us.
Sigils.
Yeah, sigils.
Sigils.
We don't need magic.
Right, but it's a bit faster for moving massive amount of cargo. If you will accompany me to the shuttle, we will begin our entry burn soon.
I bring my weapons.
Oh, yeah, bring your weapons. That would be useful.
Don't
In fact,
worry, I've
here's-
never played Fortnite.
Did
Your
You're-
opinion stands.
You're enticed and welcome to
someone say
arm yourself.
weapons?
Oh, that thing's not a weapon. That's for show.
It's stab worthy.
Alright,
It is
define simple
stab-worthy.
weapons.
Everything can be stab worthy.
We used it to cut
I
wires.
grabbed a knife, a saw, a shield, and a pistol.
A saw.
Yeah. He
No,
has a machine gun.
no, a saw! Not a saw!
I was like, a saw would deal a lot of damage.
He has an LG.
Have you ever been hit with a saw? I have. It's not
That's
fun.
not fun at all.
Will says you're a good DM and you get into character.
Question. How
What'd you
much damage? A pistol, a shield, and a
I feel like a
sword
little
if I can.
Gotta
Okay.
say everything
How
the
much
stream
damage
chat
does
say.
It's a D6.
We just need a big monitor.
Really?
that has
What you
stream chat
grab?
on it.
So,
I'll just take this.
see, that would be hand axe, shield. I'm not sure how to convert that to anything sci-fi.
What?
The hand axe and possibly great club.
A great club?
Mm-hmm.
It's
Two
no. It is a baton. It is a
Large baton.
A
It is-
weighted baton.
what? It's like a nightstick, basically,
nightstick.
or a billy club. Those would be clubs. And yeah,
Okay.
they're still used for things to bash people over the head with.
And that's her job, even though she
Once if I actually get
kneecaps.
close enough, if someone gets in melee range, then I'll beat them.
Andrew. She bashes him in the kneecaps.
You guys,
No walking.
what you
Make
got?
them prone.
Andrew
Just
will helps you feel better.
Yeah, it's been 5 days of 10-hour shifts and little sleep. So
At least you get the money.
Yeah, the money is nice.
There is a benefit. At least there is a benefit.
It pays the
What
bills.
equipment do you grab?
I don't have to deal with any angry people.
You good?
Rifle, pistol, knife,
Just comments.
Kniffy. Other Kniffy. More
As many kniffies.
hacking tool,
Long kniffy.
and my
That is not a kniffy!
It's a long kniffy.
Yes, it is. It's
all I
long
really
Kniffy.
That is not a kniffy!
It is giant Kniffy.
I assure you it is a
ammunition
kniffy.
for my weapon.
Giant Kniffy.
Alright. If you take ranged weapons, you are
It
given
looks so
5
giant in your
accents.
hands.
I'll write that down. I thought I only had 3.
And you
It's
can
just a
recharge one on a
sword.
short
It's just
rest,
straight up a
so.
It's a sword for you.
It's a sword for me.
What equipment do you grab?
What?
Know what equipment do you grab?
It's more of a letter opener, if you ask me.
It's a knife.
Dude, just put the letter on the table and just whack the half of the machete.
Yes. Holding 2 pieces of paper. I see. My correspondents have informed me.
We have already summoned the legendary knife. He has it right now.
It's bendy.
It's a bendy legendary knife.
That's what she
It's
said.
good steel.
Why, Zach? Why?
Thank you.
Shut the hell up.
Okay, so we're going down to the surface. I go to the shuttle.
Only
The
myself.
only person
I love
who's
you
ever
too,
hurt
you
is
bitch.
himself.
Yes.
Helmsman.
Yes, we stream every Friday about the same time.
Helmsman, get off your communicator.
That's his job with communications.
What do you want said? I'm not sending nudes.
Give me a roll to see how well you do in entry burn.
Oh, good glory. This could end real bad.
And you all die.
I'm assuming we've already sent communications that we're arriving.
What is the basis of this roll? I assume intelligence?
Intelligence and
Let's see,
dexterity?
It would be
My intelligence and dex are the same, so.
yeah. It would be either one of those with no proficiency bonus yet.
15.
15. All right.
You have rolled poorly.
I should hope that's not
You're on
that
target.
poorly. Okay, good.
You're on target as you fire up the engines and disengage the locking clamps. Speeding through the atmosphere, a lovely bright burning shield in front of you. You descend towards a small colony. Still, you can still see the bones of the landing ship.
For a sec, I thought you were gonna say of the former inhabitants. And I'm like, those must be some big bones.
No,
This was the dinosaur
colony
planet.
ships are designed to land once and never take off again.
Oh,
There
makes
are
sense.
emergency beacons, which can be activated, which were used in this situation for quick aid. Why are you wearing 3 pairs of headphones?
Two pairs of
2 pairs of headphones.
I wish I'd brought my headphones, then you could. It would
Oh,
be
you
magnificent.
Derek.
You descend into
I have that exact brand of headphone. Mine are red though.
I like green.
Green is good. Green.
you descend towards and decelerate, approaching what
I am
would be
the
an
audio
analogous
god. Behold my power.
Can I start pelting with
The last bubs.
No hitting people, my friend.
Okay.
It looks similar to a bamboo forest. Great shoots of grass.
That sounds like a Mormon curse. Great shoots.
It does sound like a Mormon curse. No, great shoots of grass and bright red shrubbery around the ground. It's a small colony, barely getting its legs under it before being kicked in the shins by this disease. You approach.
Whack.
Yeah.
I like the crotch.
We have problems.
Ow.
You approach it. It's about a mile out from a minor lake. Relatively new buildings. Shrubbery.
Strawberry.
You must bring us a strawberry!
And we announced that it's a wiki. Whatever
You
the
must
name
bring
is.
us another strawberry! With a pop!
I've never heard your voice go that high. Congratulations. Have you been vocally practicing?
Yes, I've been practicing. My voice can barely go that high.
Well, that's because we're pretty good full sinners! We can actually speak pretty high! Yes, we can easily!
Because we were trained for years with our voices cracking, we got used to being able to jump that high.
I'm a man now.
We'll fight.
I'm a man now.
So we land.
Approach.
I'm the first one out with my
You
gun.
approach the doors drop into a dreary town.
There was a horrible plague. This place is filled with zombies. Definitely zombies.
Space zombies?
Space zombies, of course.
Oh
Zombies.
I wouldn't be
Zombies in
surprised.
space.
Is this a certain kind of parasite?
You look around. Most of the buildings are plastic
Gallons
or
of the stuff.
gallons of what?
I gave them all that they could drink, and it has never been enough. I gave them blood. The space zombies. What? They betrayed me still.
Technically, all zombies are space zombies because planets are in space.
I hate your
Don't you
logic.
go all metaphysical on me right now.
I hate that you're right.
So
Thanks, I
we
hate it.
land.
You see basic plastic structures.
Does that mean all people
The
are space
road
people?
is gravelish and burned to
Oh, no, he's
maintain
done more
a
knives.
flat surface.
Adjoined married knives.
That's what this is.
It's-
Very nuts.
Almost ghostly in the amount of people out and about.
There's very few.
We
There's
appreciate
very
that, Will.
few. There's one man
We hope
who
we can make you laugh more.
you see one man in a standard issue columnist suit. Basically a
A
jumpsuit.
prison jumpsuit, just it's bright orange.
It's actually blue, not
These
orange,
ones are
but
blue.
pretty close.
The orange ones are for the prisoners.
Turns out, and we learn on this planet the culture is different, and the blue ones are for the prisoners.
Yeah.
Prisoner escape! Prisoner escape! That was a colonist?
We actually rule this planet now.
Bill, you shot Bill.
You shot Big Hugs Bill. He was the nicest guy in the prison.
Give everyone big hugs with a Nerf gun.
Monty.
Are you the relief?
You know we're just.
And
Yes,
you
we're
the
here
relief?
for. Yes, we are.
Yep.
We already.
I'm Malik. I'm sorry, there's not much to show, but what you need
Do we have any doctors aboard the ship?
on board this current vessel? No, you are the landing party. You
No,
are
I mean
to
up in the current.
Oh yeah, dozens and
Okay,
dozens.
so let's get the teleportation stuff ready as soon as possible.
What we need is currently to set up teleportation to be able to get more
Doctors and
crews,
supplies.
crew members, materials, and doctors down here to be able to assist you further.
Where?
So
Where you want?
where would be the best place for
I'm
everyone to
assuming
get
an open
aid?
space.
So middle of town.
Portal's pretty good.
There's
Suddenly TF2 meta.
how much space you need.
And suddenly,
10
TF2
circle.
medic.
No,
on
you
the
see
back.
Christ, dude, don't
heavy.
break that.
Here, I can take that.
It's too heavy to break. It's a.
I have dropped this so many times and not broken it.
That was
10
Sets
10
down.
foot circle probably in diameter. I think that's what the teleportation.
We'll probably
circle
want
takes.
a good 30 feet though for people to be able to get out of the circle and
Yeah.
move.
Yeah, we're probably going to
Is
at least
there
11.
like a 30 feet
It's usually
open
11.
area that we can use? 30 feet by 30 feet?
there is landing square.
TF2 medic. I
Let's
should have
go
done
and
my.
start get that going.
Which function?
I need a medic!
You fall into what
I should have
is basically
brought
the
No, that's
center
spy.
of town.
I'm
in
stupid.
A
Or
wide.
does medic also use the butterfly knife?
I don't
Medic
think
does not use a
uses
butter knife. He uses a saw and like a crossbow. You're
No,
led
we're
to an
attacked by
open square.
antibacterial goblins.
It's the center of town.
They're German goblins.
There seems to be some minor
might as well
construction,
just-
but nothing
Don't worry,
really
they're
established yet.
Their antibacterial powers.
Good spot.
Let's start getting that. Do we have anybody who can make the sigil? With
I'm
the
assuming we do.
You have
It's so much better
a
when we have people watching.
you have like a box that's basically a transporter kit.
I put my gun on my back and start setting it up.
Are you going to read the instructions first, or just?
Well, he's
I'll
probably
read the
gone through this.
instructions.
Should we have someone with slightly more intelligence set this up?
I couldn't have.
Yeah, but we
set
might
these
need
up
the strength to
dozens of
set it
times.
up.
Fair
I have
enough.
19 strength.
18.
So
You also have reasonable
and
intelligence.
Invar
You two
start
can work together.
start setting up the.
Just make sure you guys got our backs, because if
Sigil.
something starts coming out
Oh,
towards us,
no.
we need something
The
to.
doctors were anti-vax.
Yep.
So, what can you
What
tell
is
us
one?
about the disease? I'm assuming we were told it was a disease
Will's
or
rooting for you,
plague
Andrew.
of some sort?
What?
Will's rooting for you.
It's so. Oh. Yes, that is bad.
I get to sleep in tomorrow, so I'm very happy.
I just kind of.
Fair enough.
I not get sick, but others get sick. Do you want me show?
Do I have like
You take.
some sort of hazmat suit on at the moment?
We have the
Not particularly,
vaccine.
but you've been vaccinated
Okay.
against.
I'm
you,
going to-
you have like a general
you take a freebie and go check it out.
resistance to disease.
Yes. Bring us to. We're going to show us the sick
Okay.
ones? Are they all in one place
Show
or are they
us
spread out?
the sicklings.
The living ones are same place.
Okay.
And then we get
You,
attacked by
you know I
level 5
can't cure
Karen.
the disease.
Level 5 Garen?
Karen,
I feel like level 5 Karen might kill us.
What's Karen?
I want your manager.
Oh, you're taking off.
I bought those
Alright.
at work today.
Escorted to basically
Level 5 Karen.
the.
Are you having flashbacks?
Tyler did not connect.
You're escorted to the stripped hull of the landing ship. As you
a strange
approach
class
to,
with no bed.
as you approach to it, just outside you see a series of
Your name has to be Karen.
churned ground.
Even if you lose
Each
your
one
change.
about 6.5 feet long,
You guys
By
could set up a hospital there.
two-
Get the beds going.
2 feet
So the
wide.
doctors get
I
there.
assume they already have something like that.
They've
Some
done
sort
some
of
emergency triage, but nothing.
Okay, awesome.
They can handle themselves.
They're not
You're
like
brought in-
6 intelligence creatures.
You have not met another
Intelligent.
person yet until
They're
you step
Ewoks.
in. Inside, the air is
Ewax.
They can still beat the stormtroopers.
horrid. It
Crab
smells.
doctors. Crab doctors look
Of
like crab and cure preventable
death.
diseases like people.
I see.
People is a very preventable
It
disease.
smells of acidic bile and
So they've
other
been throwing up.
more foul things.
Doctors be like,
You approach, and there's rooms shut, closed.
no, like this.
It's not good. And he opens one of the panels. Inside is what looks to be a lady. It's hard to tell, as there's black sores just peppering every square inch of the face, swelling.
Shotgun
And
with
it's some-
scientific intent.
In some places, it's
You're
become
freaking
almost a
adorable.
hardened sheet underneath the skin, and where that has
That's
happened,
funny.
it's
That is probably what it
peeled
smells like.
and
well.
shredded, bleeding pus and ooze.
Okay.
Just pour-
I'll take a picture of this.
Some 190 proof
And I
on
It's
send
like-
that.
it back
it's
to
like a porta potty that's
Captain
been out in
and
the summer
Doctor.
sun all
I'm
day.
assuming I'm able to
you
do
talk
that.
Probably the
somewhere.
ship too.
Yes.
If you
I also send it up to the ship database. Just I send it to important
about
places.
3 million degrees and 0%
Yeah.
humidity.
She's alive, correct?
I think that might actually be worse.
It
because
looks
then you can-
barely like
It
it.
doesn't get absorbed. by
It's
the
hard to
water
tell
in the air.
as
We don't have
breathing
humidity
is.
here. We don't
Probably
believe
really
in it.
raspy.
It is
It's
raspy.
against our religion.
It's against our religion to believe in
You will
humidity.
notice the person who's been escorting you is Elvin. But
Elvis? He did
Elvis
get
and-
abducted! He went home! The aliens took him!
He didn't die on the porta potty.
Milik is Elvin. The person you are shown is not. They. You spooked yourself with your own cliche.
I touched it, and then the scissors went. And I was like, the scissors are gotta come alive.
Oh, you're doing pretty good. So that's how Elvis died.
Ah, I see.
So while
He was abducted.
no, no,
They
this is not
probed
good.
him too hard.
Well,
I can't wait. I can't
like
wait
a
to see
basket of
Space
bark.
Elvis.
We've tried to find a solution, but we haven't been able to quite.
The lady, the lady is a gnomish, almost. Is as if you took a gnome and stretched him out.
On the rack.
Question.
Sorry, it's what they look like.
He wanted to be taller.
I've got a question. You're Elvish. Are there others who are also Elvish who did not fall ill? So it's just you.
Only them.
So only
I'm
people.
finding myself.
So only people that are like them fell ill.
I feel like I have the best.
All
one,
like
'cause I
them.
get to read
All of them.
Screen Channel.
All like them.
Okay.
I
Thank you.
get to be on camera.
So you say gnome but stretched out. So
Think of like a smaller body and smaller head, but with lanky
Think
arms that.
Hammond, but skinnier.
Think skinny Ammon.
that's
It's as
bad.
if they just stretch out the arms and added 2 joints.
They just
Oh, he has 2 elbows. He has a staircase
so
on.
like
Yes,
Like when you fall off the swing set
like
and your
Slender
arms
Man
suddenly.
Anatomy.
Kinda, yeah.
Okay, because what was coming to mind when you just said stretched out gnome? You know, like
No,
the
I mean
scene.
like the arms have been extended by another joint.
Yeah, the mental.
So is the legs and.
It's like
The
when
mental
you,
image that came to mind was the taffy puller in Willy Wonka. You know how? You remember when like the blueberry girl got stretched out at the end of the like she got.
And she's all bendy and stuff.
Yeah.
My favorite is the
Your
guy who
violet's
starts eating
violet.
his fingers and it's like, oh god.
when you said 2 elbows, it reminded me of a video I saw where a guy fell off a swing set. He holds up his arm, and his arm is a staircase.
When the
Yeah,
Elf
sort of
Ranger
with
just
2
uses his
elbows
bow
and
for
a-
an RPG.
You know. Ugh.
Oh my god.
So
He's double jointed.
Will still wants
Yes.
to see a fight.
we get the sigil up.
You and Envo have been working about 30 minutes and you managed to set it up as a. What is wrong?
He's getting the signal.
He's got the plague! The plague!
It's
I'm
infected
sorry, I
already.
choked. I drink. It's like the last bit of soda had more carbonation than the rest.
They don't seem to be coughing, although they do heave once in a while.
So,
Cough out chunks of black gunk.
what is,
They
what
eat
is the name of
tar.
that race?
Name of the race?
Yes.
Give me an intelligence check.
Oh, I was asking the Elvish guy.
He doesn't know.
And just straight intelligence, that'd be 15.
The Cynthia.
The Cynthia? Using
I feel like
my
they're slightly more effective.
implants, I send
The ammo's
only the
more
Cynthia
expensive,
fell on
but
the hill.
AoE
The
damage
picture wasn't one of them.
and they deal fire damage, RPGs.
Just
as
sending
opposed to
that
bows.
after the photo.
Yeah,
More
opposed to
information.
bows, they do a lot more damage.
So the
little
doctors
bit of
don't show up and they're like,
technological
so what
gap.
do you know? They are already being informed and
So you keep them updated.
yes. I keep them
So we
updated.
get that sigil up. I send word to you to tell the doctors to come down.
Okay. Activate the link. It sputters to life,
Energize.
locks, and
That's the sound of it sputtering to life.
why was it so?
The fuel we use is gel-like, and it has a vacuum that sucks it in.
It burns into the ground and glows as
Like napalm, we just light it and goes.
at the flash. A technician who you've been working with arrives and starts tweaking slightly settings for larger crew as more flashes. People pull out people holding crates and supplies. More flashes. One of the fellow military personnel who has the patch of a corpsman stepping out. Alright, we need to start a quarantine.
There's already a quarantine building.
Excellent. Look around for any
Things already
probable
done.
causes. Start asking what.
Oh no.
Yes?
So, where was the first person who fell ill? Where did they go?
How would I know?
English anymore.
Well,
Are
they
you asking the corpsman?
No. I'm still in the quarantine building. Like I've already.
Yes,
given
Monty,
orders to
yes
the
it
doctor.
is.
Of course.
Unfortunately, sometimes
So
that's
he
just how it
asks
goes.
the Elvish man.
The
Who I
episode
forgot
we do
the
not
name of.
speak of.
It was
No, we don't speak of
Hunter.
it.
A hunter?
Yes, a certain
There is a
knowledge
specific
hunter.
D&D session in the archives of this channel.
So
that
think
we don't
wizard.
Speak of.
Knowledge. Okay. What was he here in town, or did he?
He part of crew.
Okay.
He go out and
One of
Towards the lake,
we
or-
just don't speak of
no away from the lake.
Okay. Directly away from the lake.
You're doing good though.
I don't know.
Okay.
You'd have to that. Oh, he did.
No spelling errors yet.
That is the
You're
problem,
good.
sir.
So away from lake, somewhere outside the village.
Yes.
We should go check that out.
Should we put it up here so it hears everybody better?
Well, was there anyone he dealt with on a usual basis that I could ask about where he went?
The problem is keeping out of that.
Pretty, not like people.
Wizard. He's a wizard.
Oh hell yeah!
Hermit wizard.
Hermit Wizard.
I guess that is possible in space.
That's
What?
the name of my Led Zeppelin cover band.
Nice.
Hermit wizard.
About 4
possible in
cycles.
space?
Slime Waifu 2 Electric Boogaloo.
Oh wow!
Who said that?
That was Monty.
What if this
I think he just earned some respect.
Monty +1 respect.
Maybe
He has to
somewhere on
flash.
this planet lies the mysterious Wormit Hizzard.
He was after
Wormit Hizzard.
So there was a flash in the sky that he followed.
That's
Not
how.
sky, ground, flash.
That's how
Great
Snoop
flash.
Dogg says it. Wormit Hizzard.
I, communicating with
Get the money back.
specifically you three, ask if you can see anything flashing, looking away from the lake.
I'm gonna get on top of the building.
Remember it in your really
Can I roll and climb up the building?
Which building?
Just the tallest one I can
The
see.
tallest one is the remnants of the hull of the ship, and there is a service. There is ways
ladder.
to service it to get to the top.
I want to get to the top and start looking for that flashing light.
Flashing.
There's a flashing
I
light
didn't
inside
say
the ship.
light. I said flashing.
He
Something
said there was a
flashing.
flash.
Oh, okay.
So
Hey,
so
Derek,
flash,
you can with me and
Perception.
just scope.
Yeah, I'll go with you.
It could be something exploding. It could be volcano. It could be.
Well, it could be a whole bunch of things, but if
A
they can
power
find
line.
One of you can make a roll with advantage. Choose
Can
one.
I help Derek and he uses his scope to find it?
Yeah.
Could have been a spell.
You get from him the rough direction, and you can use your scope to.
I have 4 in
Out.
perception.
And I need you to give me a
plus
perception
4
check.
So do I. But
Oh.
I'm inside the ship.
Natural
right now.
20.
I think you see it.
I see it. I see it.
You sweep your scope back.
Could be a creeper.
You sweep your scope over the tall forest of grass.
Definitely a creeper.
And as you pan across, you notice one section of area where the very tips are black.
Oh, so there's been like fire or something.
But only the
My
tips.
specialty.
Giant space laser.
So it's more like something came in and crash landed. Because the
Yeah.
heat on the exterior of the
It
ship
would
would
burn.
This could have been planned.
It could have
Somebody
been
could have planned this disease.
John,
Biological
Here.
weapons.
It flashes.
John, please confirm whether or not it's a creeper.
It's not a creeper.
Continuous?
Hey, Jared, let's
Lieutenants?
take Jared, Jonathan,
Do I know
and
if there's
me,
anything
and
in
probably
code that
2 or
was
3
like
more guys and
flashes
check it out.
meaning anything?
Yeah.
Give me a history
I was
check.
gonna ask
History check.
something.
History.
Can
I'm
we take
assuming
over
I'm not good with
We all have
Derek
questions in our
and Jonathan
lives.
and 3 more
Just
guys to
answer.
check it out.
11?
Yes.
DM, I have a question. This is, if they planned it, this would be considered biological warfare, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if,
It probably was.
I'm assuming, do we have like a federation of planets?
There is. You're part of an alliance. Of not planets, but races.
Is that against the rules?
Oh, fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Well, then this is a war crime.
So-
and we can-
We're also part of the military.
there is.
So that's our jurisdiction.
There is biological warfare, which is just a step below curse warfare, which is just a step below, basically nuking planets from orbit with meteorites. This is not something anybody would really.
It's below nuking planets from orbit with meteorites?
I think there's more suffering caused by the biological warfare.
It's easier to cure biological diseases when you have magic that cures diseases.
I was thinking in real life terms.
but that's expensive.
That bring back the dead.
It's usually not the biological diseases that bring back the dead. That'd be curse warfare.
Question, Derek. Do you have implants or do you just have a tablet? Does your
I
character?
would probably just have tablet.
We just have
I'm
a
ready.
communication
I have
device.
implants, right?
Well, yes.
Yes.
But I have a direct link to one of these two.
And probably the whole
Just
team.
Well, probably the whole team, but I'm directly broadcasting everything I hear
So we're
directly
us
to you.
3, and we're going to take 3 of the guys with us, and we're going to go check it out.
Okay, I'm directly connected to him through just he hears
We're
whatever I hear.
conjoined twins, you know.
Effectively in heirs.
Okay.
You just put your
That's
gauges.
possible.
You said.
You linked your
So who's
gauges.
Pretty much.
Okay.
Us 3, and they're still at the...
I'm ready.
Do you want to stay here?
Well, if you're.
You two
Unless
should
you're
stick
going-
together. We don't want to separate.
Yeah, we
course.
want to say.
And then we'll take 3 more people with us, just in case.
There's not many people who can be spared.
Okay, so
You are the people who can be
We
spared.
can just go. We'll be
then
fine.
it'll just be us.
You are the spares.
We split the party.
Question.
No.
Do you want us to come with you, or do you want me to stay asking questions?
Yeah.
It'd probably be better if you stay,
Okay.
Yeah.
especially because you're the communications.
Oh no! Please no space liches.
Was that
There are many space things that are okay, but I don't want to fight a space
You get
lich.
tossed into the yard.
Space
as a
lich
demi-lich.
shit.
Space lich.
Oh, God.
That's worse because the ship is probably alive at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah!
It's the Borg!
Lich. Alive.
And we just
Okay.
do Inception.
Alive.
That's a bit high pitched.
I'm assuming that I have been linked up to all the communications with the ship, even if I'm not sitting there.
You probably have like a pack that they would
You
have
guys
in Vietnam.
sit
that-
out?
that
Oh, yeah.
satellite
So real
thing.
quick, you three set out. You gather simple supplies for about a half day's trek.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
So it'll take us like 3 hours to get there.
closer to 8.
8.
You gather basically a couple meals and
What's
some
the
rope.
what's the rotation like on this planet? How long are the days?
You don't know.
I turn
you
to the
inquire?
nearest native. What is the rotation like?
You're on
this
top
planet?
of a thing. Do you want me to inquire?
Turn to a. You said native, right?
Yep.
You turn to a stalk of grass. It does not reply.
What is on this planet? Got it.
It is uninhabited of intelligence life, anyway.
So they sent biological warfare against an uninhabited planet.
Well, now it's inhabited.
Were these colonists?
It's a small colony.
Yeah, it's a colony.
Oh, it has no native intelligent species.
There
Why
were
doesn't
no
the grass
native.
respond to me, dang it?
I ask you if you want me to inquire
Because
for
you're
you.
not a druid.
What are the rotations on this planet like? How long are the days?
Sprechen Sie Deutsch? Sprach.
Now I wish that one of us had taken something with nature.
It
224.
420 miles
224?
per hour. Days, 69 Earth hours.
224 what?
2.4.
I lost hope in the middle of that.
2.4. Okay.
Did Monty
22
say that?
hours, 0.4.
Yes.
Yep.
Monty.
So a little bit less than Earth, but not by much.
You start on your trek.
That sounds like something he would
Which
say.
one of you are navigating? Which of you three are navigating?
I'm probably in front.
I'll take front. I have the biggest gun. Actually, no, you
And
have
the
the
shield.
sword. You take the front.
Just constantly aiming over my shoulder.
I'll take rear, and Derek
Yeah.
Derek can navigate.
Alright.
Sniper rifle in front. Got
Give
it.
me a navigation check.
Yes.
So
That's not
that would be
this.
nature or survival.
Both of those are
What
terrible,
direction are
but
you headed
nature's
in?
better.
What direction are you guys
20.
headed in?
What die are you
close.
using?
My zircon glass.
So,
Which way are we going?
Emerald
You're going
zircon
towards
glass.
the
Yeah.
site you saw.
Really pretty.
Yeah.
what direction from about the center of town are they headed? To kind of be able to trace their steps if necessary.
I only use
So,
metal, stone, and
using
glass.
the ship as north, it is about 30 degrees to the left.
So northwest.
Apparently we're supposed to go west. Or we're... Yep.
We're
You
going
trek through-
northwest.
we're going a little west.
You trek through this densely clogged grass field that stands stories high. Rushing
Picture
past.
Japan.
It's like a bamboo forest.
Yeah.
How
You rush
close
past-
together are these? I have a tool exactly for this purpose.
That close.
So you're cutting through.
You're wading through it.
Yeah, I'll probably go in
It's a
front then.
He'll
Hands right there.
he'll be cutting through.
On the trail we're back.
So we'll be moving kind of slow. So it might take 10 hours to get there.
You have some rustling.
If I hear rustling, I'm gonna stop cutting.
That would be pretty
You
loud
stop.
rustling.
I level
It's over
my
the sound
weapon.
of your cutting.
It's a little bit more rustling.
I ready my gun.
A small quadruped
Stab!
looks at you, kind of like, what the hell are
Wait,
those?
that's a native inhabitant.
That is a native inhabitant. It is a small
How many hours are in a
rodent
day?
creature.
You've already been informed.
It just like
22.4.
tweaks
I know.
tweaks its face a little bit at you and then just saunters away. Not worried about your presence.
Yeah, probably has no natural predators in this area. That's why it's not
So
scared
would
of
like
us.
to smile for herself?
A quack.
You
You
can-
hear rustling. Yep, one of those things you don't want the DM to say. Except when it's a tiny bunny.
You hear loud noises coming your direction.
You hear the roar of a dragon. Oh, it must be a bunny.
We're all gonna die.
It's just a screaming bunny.
You continue on. You start getting a stench of ozone almost.
Release the quacking.
Okay.
That was a thing in that one shot for Critical Role.
No,
Where
that
they
was
did-
Quack Thulu.
Ah,
Not the
Quack Thulu.
quacking.
Smelling ozone, there might be a lot of electricity, like zapping around. Be careful.
Dang it, our guns are lasers. You both use laser rifles.
You push
I don't.
through to a scorched
My
clearing.
pistol's ballistic.
Please don't tell me there's an electric fire.
Looking up,
have anything to put that out.
looking up, there is a.
I can
You
put
guessed
up
it.
fire
You
with
assume this is where you
more
saw the
fire.
circle of scorched and curled top of the grass, as it is been burned clear in a small circle and been
It's Electro
stopped
Bunny.
Why did it just
in.
burn a circle?
Well, if I can continue talking.
Like I said, giant space laser.
In the middle is
The real
a
name is Electro Bunny.
Electro Bunny.
Electro
Nice.
Bunny.
You know the Energizer Rabbit?
Oh.
The Energizer Rabbit walks up to you.
Shoot it!
Absorb its power!
You find a hex-shaped platform.
I want Derek to
On
step
it
on it.
is a small orb with sockets around its edges.
I bet you the wizard did something to touch this and he did something and it made him sick.
Just a blue dragon.
Probably.
Should I poke it?
Casually a blue dragon.
No.
Who's gonna poke it?
Can I roll like survival to see?
Don't you have the mechanical experience?
Yeah, I do because I'm working as an engineer. I don't want to touch it, but I want to examine it.
Give me.
It's a good thing I've got a
Let's see.
sniper.
That would be an intelligence check.
Bunny won't even get a shot off.
I rolled the 2.
So it's a 1.
Yeah, that's a 1.
It's a metal orb with sockets on the sides.
This is an intelligence check, right?
Derek, you try.
I have a lot more intelligence than he does.
I know, it's because it's on the brute.
1!
It is an orb with sockets on the side.
You try. Don't get a 1. If we all get 1s, we're all gonna die.
Blow on my
This thing
dice!
is about to explode.
I know.
I guarantee it.
I need the luck!
Mr. Irishman. Did he say anything about a
Derek,
orb
blow on his
before it
dice.
passed? The
Because you're a hooker.
North Seeker who went
If anyone has that
Northwest.
job, we all know it's me.
He
Teleport here.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna re-roll.
You have a feeling that the disease
16
is
plus
rapid.
Hey, dispenser here. Oh, I wonder what it is.
So you got an 18.
I got an 18.
It's an orb with a socket inside. Unless I ask for a roll, please do not roll extra.
I rolled.
He was
We
rolling
said
the
we
same
were
check
going
that
to
we
roll.
Well, I told him you could roll. Sorry, I didn't make that clear. That is my fault. But
We told you
what
that.
were you rolling for? Just look at the.
Intelligence to the
See what
orb.
it
It is an orb with the sockets on the side. It's
Okay, we're not gonna get much
Let's
more
make-
information unless we stick something in it.
Well, do you have something that fits the socket?
I shoot it
You do. It's
You
quite
shoot it?
small. I've seen
Don't!
it.
I'm backing up.
with my pistol.
You must be talking about Ammons.
Dad, he can't even defend himself. He's not here.
How good is your aim usually? Pretty good.
Well,
Really
we're
good,
like
I'm a sniper.
we're quite close.
You're
It's a ballistic weapon, just to make sure.
the pistol.
Yes.
Pistol is a laser weapon. Your sniper's
I have a ballistic pistol
You
and
want a ballistic pistol too?
laser sniper.
Okay, we can do that.
So
Either way, it still impacts, cracks through the casing, and a mist comes out the side as smoke follows it soon after.
How large is
don't
Did
this?
be
anyone
close
speak
to
to
it.
the orb
Don't be close
before
to it.
shooting it?
Don't be close to it.
I asked this question.
That
I keep
mist-
turning to my left and
So
talking.
it was a mist
It
that he
crackles.
breathed in. How did he? So it's just a platform and then an orb.
It was
It's
a
weed smoke.
Somebody call Snoop Dogg.
as it crackles some more in a small fire. You hear start inside of it when the panels pops a little bit, pops loose with what looks to be basically a wing.
A wing?
I think, yeah, like a wing. So it would like unfold into a flighted drone.
Oh, I was thinking like Dragon Ball.
crackles.
So this is definitely
see a-
somebody put it here.
You see a blink, a orange blink, de-dee, on the side of the thing.
Run. Everyone, run!
Yes, I run.
You start running back.
Yes. Oh, I start running away from this thing.
You three start running away.
What's
Yes.
happening?
Just away from it.
I'm basically finding something to hide behind.
A cover.
We only have bamboo.
You take cover. You basically crouch in the very long
Run
grass.
and jump.
You see another one similar shape come down, and it has an ocular lens in the middle.
Snoop Dogg.
Looking at it.
The wheat fields.
It sprays a little bit of mist, not mist, but like a fire foam, and lands. Then you see the center of this iris open, and an antenna.
That is why I'm laying in the grass.
Ba-ding, ba-ding,
It's a beacon!
ba-ding.
Something's gonna find us and
Ba-ding.
eat us.
Is someone watching for more blinking, or
I'm
was
shooting
none
at
of the
the
other
beacon.
crew able to?
The other crew are focused on the wounded.
Shooting on the LED of the beacon
Well,
or
I'm
the,
also
Get on
looking-
fire.
the beacon transmitter?
I'm shooting at the transmitter.
Ba-ding. As you cripple one of the support pillars, it wasn't a hardy one. You have a feeling that maybe a message went through, or at least enough of one.
But I don't want any more messages going through.
This is bio-warfare.
It's time to leave.
You get a message,
It's time to make like these bamboo and leaf.
and that's all you hear.
That was us.
You hear static from your ship line.
Guys, the ship line's dead.
How
Who did what?
Can we hear?
What happened?
Yeah, you have communication
Okay.
with him. He's the one who has communication with the ship.
I'm just saying, if ship line got cut, personal lines could have got cut as well.
I'm gonna go to the sigil. Does anyone else have communication with the ship? My ship line's cut.
You fucking say it. No, the shizzles.
It's sizzled.
Guys,
the sigil is sizzled.
The sigil is sizzle.
Okay.
So we're stuck here.
Did someone do something? Did somebody do anything?
I ran away.
I'm
From what?
going to point at you two. I'm going to try and fix it and see where, and try to get a pinpoint on where it's going.
I'll help. I'm kind of
Who-
an
who-
engineer, so I'll help too.
You ran
And
away
with
from
that,
what?
We changed per second.
We found a thing, and it was like hexagonal. You say?
The commander in charge of the ship currently
I just say
Is
someone's watching.
changes.
Well,
Okay.
fuck.
The commander in ship currently in charge on the relief ship. Listen to the chatter, listens to incoming messages. Hears about the disease. Strangely an unaffected crew member. Starting to get some suspicions, as most people are. Here's the series of flashes. Here's about the series of flashes. As you relay all this information to him. Corjan then gathers up a group of his trusted individuals to help talk to each other. You hear about an expedition sent out to find
My crew members.
wherever these
I thought the same thing.
whatever these possible flashes could have been. You hear a report of a discharge, of a drone being shot, of a strange beacon being sent out, and then a report of a second shot. And soon after that second shot, with the cessation of the signal, an object appears on the scanners. He gets online. What the fuck is that? Get our crew back up here immediately. There's another ship.
I've never heard of a cloaking
So-
beacon before.
You are comms officer. You are taking the command of, as this good sir, you are gunnery. You are running as
So
engineer.
we went back up to the ship.
You are not on the ship. You are controlling the ship currently. You are still groundside, but you're gonna fight as the ship.
Okay.
You are taking position as a engineer in the engineering department, and you have control of the helm as a unknown.
The crew back.
Wait, did Will just leave?
Yeah, he was drunk. It was hard for him to type.
He was
But
drunk.
we were just about to get into the fight he wanted. Will, come back!
Contact Will.
Oh,
Baby, come
interstellar
back.
communications are cut off. We can't.
Yeah. You as the comms officer look down. Your connection to the surface has been severed. You're being blocked.
Captain, we're blocked.
Helm,
Can't reach
you
the
are
crew.
in a orbit to maintaining a specific distance above the surface to keep in touch with the sigil. And you are geosynchronous currently. Captain, you've just been disconnected from ground crew and have a our ship approaching on radar.
Okay.
Let's move into position to take fire on it.
Enter defensive positions. What did Monty say?
Living like a playboy on drugs, feeling like a little kid.
What do you guys
I
do?
don't get it.
As the comms officer, I try to reach out to the other ship.
I'm still standing there.
I'm assuming I don't get nothing.
Let's get in defensive positions.
You send out a general line. Unknown ship, identify yourself. Unknown ship, identify yourself.
Yep, he works.
Open hailing frequencies.
You get dusted static back.
Ah, just like an old record. I could dance to this.
It's not nothing, but it's not legible.
Come again? Can't hear you. Couldn't understand you.
Can somebody try to focus in on the signal?
You're still not
frequency.
understandable.
Ask communications to try and zone in.
Use this frequency. Open communications. I give them one specific thing to see if they were try and respond through one
Squawk
particular
75
channel
times.
instead of like instead of an open.
You do that. Captain, what are you doing?
Okay, well, I guess that I'm just waiting to see if there's any sort of retaliation from the other thing. I'm
Wait, she's the
keeping-
captain?
She's acting as captain.
Oh, acting captain.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll
Because
see.
the captain is Ender and he's on the ground crew.
Yeah.
he left.
I guess that in this case I would be asking to. Is there any gun?
Yep, he is a gunner.
We have an active gunner. We have an
So
active
we're
gunner,
able to
active
depend on
mechanic,
this
and active helmsman will also have in communication.
Okay, I'm asking.
For a negative.
We have
So I'm asking him to be on stand or ready.
Please,
long range
Or are
guns.
you
Yeah.
saying that you want to
please only send signals on channel Wanna Sprite Cranberry.
Pretty much.
Yeah. So
I
ready.
want to see if I can get them.
Hold fire, but
One
ready.
channel.
Stay at the ready.
Not general transmission, specific transmission.
I sight in
No, someone's already using the channel.
at their
Monty.
ship shield
halfway across the
generator.
galaxy just
Okay.
gets our message.
They're a little bit
Just
far
a-
out to get a certain
Monty's the only one who
shot
gets the
on any
message.
specific, but they're approaching. They have a odd. They don't have the shape of a physics ship. They definitely don't rely on standard
Alright, we'll see
forces
you,
for
Monty.
their
Hopefully we'll see you around.
controls.
Monty's leaving too? Bye, Monty!
Adios, mi amigo.
You've sighted in and are preparing and are standby.
Someone will need to run a scan of the ship.
Well, I'm trying to.
probably a little far out for that.
How many clicks?
Click.
I don't know what else we would use in space.
Click is short for kilometer.
Yeah.
It is about
What would you imagine?
8 light seconds.
8 light seconds. That's pretty freaking far.
Yep, it is 1 AU.
1 astronomical unit.
Haven't we-
Light actually takes
we
8
have
minutes to
good
get from
scanners.
Earth to.
Is it 8 minutes? Oh, though it's a lot closer
3
than...
minutes, so...
My bad.
It takes 8 minutes for light from
So it's more like
to the
10
I swear
sun
it was 3.
to the Earth.
Whatever.
You're
Because
right,
3
it's a
looks like
lot
an 8.
closer than I thought.
But fair enough.
True. Fair enough. I was thinking wrong distances, but yes.
8 light seconds is
It's
still
closer.
pretty far
Mhm.
because light travels around the Earth 7 times a second.
Yeah?
So 8 light seconds is 8 times the circumference of the Earth, ish.
I'm going to do
So-
the equivalent of holding an action.
That is...
If they fire upon us, I'm
200,000 miles?
activating the thrusters on top of the ship to push us downwards.
Towards the surface?
Circumference of the Earth.
Well,
if it goes around
yeah.
7 times.
Is it more important to...
Because ships have
Into low
thrusters
orbit?
facing every direction.
Yeah.
So.
Is the sigil locked onto one specific location? So we're going to lose the sigil almost no matter what we do. Okay. Noted.
I have to look this
Is there
up
any
because now I'm
Older
curious.
fashioned messages I could drop to the ground crew to...
Just
try and
take the
establish
laser
some sort of-
pointer and do SOS.
Except for we're not the ones in trouble, they are. We're the
I say
ship.
we're in trouble.
Oh, we're both in trouble then. We're the
In
ship.
the world. We will not.
Across the ozone layer of the planet, you see a scattering of particles, where similar to a high-powered, what we call the gazer, a very powerful laser for
25,000
combat,
miles.
as it scatters across the Earth's surface,
25,000
the atmosphere.
times 7.
So they're shooting at the planet?
It's pretty roughly in your direction.
Okay, so they're shooting at us.
So my held action activates.
Nice.
You kick on the adjustment thrusters.
200,000
Yeah.
miles would be the
Okay.
distance.
So
Astronomical units.
because he has made an act of aggression, then at that point I would be.
Blast. On full blast, how far can we turn?
You could.
Think a naval ship, so it can only turn like... that
So,
fast.
it's about for churning or for like adjustment. And,
For turning. Because usually
It's
the
fairly
turning
decent.
thrusters are slightly more powerful than the adjustment thrusters.
Pitch,
You can-
yaw, and I forget what this one is.
Yeah, because
The other
spaceships
one.
have to have 6 degrees of freedom.
Pitch, yaw.
Oh no, scattered particles.
so what do you want to do?
I'm gonna take long
Yay,
range
we'll
fire.
stir a
He's still here.
Give me a roll.
With what, my
Sure roll.
dexterity?
No, just give me straight.
Gazer, or laser.
Just straight plus 5 to your roll.
9.
Laser.
You sight on.
I'm trying not to use my ring, and it's affecting me badly.
Take it off, man.
Or just use the ring.
Here's 8 light seconds.
Yeah, that's about right.
Okay, I'll start using the
But they
ring.
were all of them deceived. For another
8 light
ring
seconds.
was made.
You sight back in. You have a small
Pretty far.
gazer
Zoom.
launching off a beam
Just even think how far that is in elite game
With the-
terms.
with the distance even of. Honestly, astronomically, this is pretty close. But 8 seconds of delay on a weapon does cause some deviation on whether or not you hit.
Yeah.
As it goes by, whizzing through space and misses.
Can I use my rage?
Your ship cannot use rage. You're not using.
Can you?
What is the speed of
I
the end
rage?
craft?
You're a ship.
Huh?
What is
No.
the speed of the enemy
This is a
craft?
barbarian
It
ship.
seems to be closing at about
Now we can
I have my
bring
calculator
that
ready.
ship in. We make
0.05 C.
0.05 C?
That's pretty
What is
freaking
that?
fast.
C is the speed of light.
Yeah.
Oh.
And they're
point-
8 lights. They'll be here in 4 seconds.
Guys!
So one turn.
Go
No,
fucking fast.
16 seconds. I did that backwards. 16 seconds.
So
It's
less
two
than
rounds.
3 turns.
Yeah.
they'll be here in the middle of the third
You're
round.
doing good. You're typing coherent sentences. You're doing good.
You here? So you want to
Yeah.
What did you
What
want
did
to
you-
do
what
with
was
the
you
directional
drinking?
thrusters?
Hey, Will, what were you drinking? Brandy?
No, rum and Dr. Pepper, man. Rum and Dr. Pepper.
Hellsman.
Just
Where's my timer?
just straight Everclear, man.
Oh, that was yours? Oh.
Okay, so since I gave him that, since I did give him that order, then would that be doubling that? Him trying to shoot that into his face.
You could order another barrage.
Let's see.
Okay.
If you do, give me a roll with +5.
Battle music.
What would I tell a ship that just attacked us?
Stop!
Cease and desist wouldn't work very well.
Let's get talked.
Cease and desist. Retreat. Turn around. Something.
Fog static.
I mean,
Okay,
this is
so,
what I would
that
do
would
if
be
I was robbing a
19.
bank. Give me the money! Give me the money!
19. Given orders again and a better firing solution, you discharge again, sending out a beam, striking it true, and you see a flash as particles of light rebound off of a large ship class shield.
Is it higher than my shield?
You die.
You die!
Ship falls, you die.
You fall out of orbit and
Ship
die.
falls, all crew die. We're not on the ship.
We're directly below the ship.
It seems we
Oh,
have
we're not.
won.
Oh, that's right.
You're directly below the ship.
Alright,
Ship falls.
getting
behind.
neutron fire, it curves off of a direct trajectory to be more aligned with the side of it,
Okay.
as bright lances shoot towards you.
Okay.
Two rapid hits against your shield, and meager as it is, the ship does have shields for, traditional space dust and exploration, as they
Yeah,
flare against laser fire,
I've seen a
as
picture
you take 2 direct hits.
of a grain-sized
I'm trying-
piece of plastic that impacted a aluminum structure bar
Yeah.
on the ISS, and it's just a big basketball-sized hole.
Can I try and get
Oh, yeah,
around
that's
whatever
pretty
jamming
bad.
signal is coming at me?
Protection from space dust
Is
is important.
stopping me from communicating with ground crew?
Give me a roll.
Intelligence, like straight +5.
You can use your charisma,
Awesome. +5.
because you are.
Holy motherfucker. 7.
Whatever's jamming you is strong, and you're unable to cut through it currently with your equipment.
Still trying to figure out
Just
what the
going
hell
to
is
the
going on.
left from you.
It's
Okay.
Yow.
Okay.
It sounds fine.
Yeah,
on
at this
screen.
point. Yeah, I'd just be ordering another barrage because this is full out of
We
it.
could order the mechanic to strengthen the next barrage.
Oh yeah, I'm
That's
a
something that
mechanic
can be
right
done.
now.
Okay.
You could he boost the shields?
Yeah, that was all I was playing.
Should I boost shields, take away from power from the engines? Where should I take power from?
Engines.
Life support? I mean,
Actually, we have
To be fair,
significant
if we're
crew.
if we're playing faster than light rules, you can have oxygen up for quite a while before you start dying.
yeah, people can hold their
I
breath.
could have oxygen
and
off for a
function.
really long time.
You've lost about a third of your shields.
A third? Okay, yeah, I would,
Increase power to shields.
yeah, increase power to shields.
Honestly,
do
during
that.
battle, life support is not necessary.
Well, like the captain.
We already have enough oxygen flowing that's already inside.
Exactly.
Because you don't breathe out entirely carbon dioxide. There's oxygen in there that
Make
you...
a decision.
I said I'm strengthening
no, I
the
said
shields.
shields.
Okay.
She just gets to take one of our actions.
Yeah.
So you don't actually.
You strengthen shields,
Has
hardening them against incoming fire, as you felt this kind of thing before.
Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. I'm just real calm about this. I'm an engineer who's been on multiple attacks. I'm just like, okay.
Damn it.
Just listening to music.
Classic music.
It's just, I'm listening to
Classical is from like the year 4000.
Elm, what's the action? So you discharge thrusters to get lower in orbit, right?
We just took power from the thrusters, though.
Yeah.
I'm listening to some
we're trying to get
Tchaikovsky. I can't say his name.
Tchaikovsky.
Tchaikovsky.
Have we been able to get a scan of the ship?
Not quite. He hasn't taken a scan yet.
That's right.
I'm going to assume it's bigger than ours, which means it can't get as close to the planet. I am going to
Or it
go
will
into.
fall out of orbit.
I'm just going to go further down.
You're entering
What?
low orbit.
Yep.
Low
But
planetary.
if all
orbit.
else fails, this ship likely has heat shielding.
It does have exploration shielding.
Yeah.
It is
So
rather
you-
small.
You start diving towards the planet to hopefully gain some advantage in the gravity realm.
Yeah, it's like how whirlpools work. We're going towards the middle of the whirlpool.
Because we can get back out
Engineer, what action do
easier.
you take?
What action do I take?
Well, they might
I'm-
have better thrusters.
I.
Strengthen the shields again.
Where would I take power from?
You don't have to take power. It's a temporary effect for until
Can it stack?
your next ship action. Yes.
Well, then I'll stack it.
You strengthen shield again.
Well, can I separate it in half? Can I like put some in firepower,
You
some
get
in
to
shields?
choose one thing to do.
One thing.
She chooses one action from among the crew to duplicate.
This is like the collector's ship chasing down the Normandy. Except the Normandy was facing the other direction this time.
Personally, I'm just going to try and shoot better.
Well, I'd rather. Oh, this is.
You can boost either the damage or accuracy of the weapons. You can increase the basically
Increased damage. A
The,
good defense is a good offense. We already boosted
hardness of the
defense.
So boost
Damage.
Yeah.
boost the
Same
damage.
name.
Loading bigger shells.
You ready?
I'm just gonna shove this 40mm into the.
You redirect one of the auxiliary power supplies to harden the weapon systems. Weapons.
Just gonna shove this 40 into the .5.
Since we're close, since it's been a turn already and they're getting closer, I'm gonna use mid-range guns.
That's like
Long,
taking a
not-
phone charger and just plugging it straight into the
18 plus
like,
5?
plugging the cord, like the cables into
You
the
hit as you switch away from longer gazers to mid-range rails.
Not wide, it's long.
How many shots is that?
40 long.
You shoot 3 times.
kill.
What did I roll? 2 10?
Yes. So first one hits.
A 10, a 7, and a 9. Yeah!
Well, you rolled 2 more. Well, your first one hit.
Oh.
So
A 17 plus 5, and an 11 plus 5, so 16.
you let out a barrage of 3. Boop, boop, boop. You see 2 solid hits as the third one skims by.
I'll make that the 7. So 19 damage, guys.
What is damage on ship level?
Usually hull damage, not system.
I mean, like, what amount?
Ships usually have hundreds and hundreds of each.
Yeah, but I'm assuming it's scaling down,
Yes.
considering.
It's depending on hits. There's only so many hits ships can take.
So,
Ship is equivalent
would be
to
like-
dragon.
one ship hit point is.
Ships are now space dragons.
One ship.
I'm just keeping track of it, so it's
One ship hit point is worth like 100 person, or like 1,000 person.
a shipboard weapon will kill anybody.
Anybody. So
Yeah,
it's like
yes.
1,000 HP is
What
one
if I
ship
have
HP.
the divine boon that allows me to ignore one source of damage?
There's multiple types of weapons on it, usually.
You can't defeat.
There's usually a good shot. There's
shot
usually
by
long
times.
range lasers, shorter range rails, and autocannons to take care of like shrapnel or
And
anything.
what's great about space torpedoes is aerodynamics aren't a problem, so you can shoot a
true.
cube at someone and that will do a lot more damage than something that's a
But you do still have to
Cone.
lead your shot through the correct amount.
lead. Yes, leading is
See, that's why you just put rockets on it and make it home itself. Anyway,
That's
Then
what
they
gives
can be
most
taken
weapons.
out by anything that can fry a computer, which is
EMPs.
most things.
Heck, I
The
should
ship closes-
fry a computer in 3
the
minutes.
alien ship closes slightly more and
Open files. System 32.
Returns-
Delete.
returns fire with 2 bright streaks of light that dash towards you.
Can I do a thing? Shift all power to thrusters. Dash to the side.
2 torpedoes come through, but due to the effect of the gravity well, fall just short and under your ship. Beneath you are 2 titanic detonations as the torpedoes
Probably rattle the
go
ship.
wild.
Rattle the ship in space? That's a lot of force.
You're currently in low orbit.
Freaking torpedoes that are gonna go hit space shields have got to be strong enough to rattle the ship.
So I can try and reestablish
But we are
communications with the
also
surface,
outside
try
of the
to communicate with the
atmosphere,
other
so
ship
it wouldn't
or
get rattled.
or scan them. Is
Yeah.
there any other action?
That's why I was confused. I'm like, there are particles in
Scanning
space, but
gives
not a
you an
lot.
idea of what
That
kind
would
of
take a lot of
weakness.
force.
Okay, I'm going to
We're
try
all
and
gonna
scan
die.
them.
Was it
Give
like
me
nukes in
a-
the atmosphere? Oh, we're shooting torpedoes. They're shooting nukes. We're all gonna die.
Why we can't
The
get that.
warhead tipped.
Awesome. Give you what?
Would you give me a roll +5?
Roll +5. Natural 1. I can't roll with crap right now.
The interference is just too fierce. You can't get through it.
They're jamming me. Let's see what finger this fits.
What actions do we should take?
Okay, so
the
yeah, I'll ask
Flick
you
it off the
to.
ring.
So he can increase accuracy as well.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Accuracy.
Hold it like
okay.
against the ring and push it off.
More damage.
Push it off the
What damage?
Yep.
Hell, what
I don't
actions
understand
did
what
you?
you mean by
It's hard to learn.
Okay.
You're currently still within a direct line, but you're getting close to around the curvature of the planet.
Yeah.
How does he?
I'm going to again accelerate, but also
No,
pull
for-
off to the left a little bit. Hopefully, they won't
5.
Are you just like curving
Stay
around,
safe.
staying at
just
same altitude?
continuing just in slow orbit.
Okay.
Slingshot round the sun. Do 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 do.
Engineering.
Because at the speed we're going into the atmosphere would tear the ship apart. We'd
Yeah,
have to slow
absolutely.
down first.
Well, is that the plan? Is that what the captain has ordered?
The captain has ordered nothing.
I've been ordering him.
The captain has ordered more damage.
Okay.
Yeah. Do the damage.
My job is evasive maneuvers. I will do it.
You should have just increased the accuracy.
What do you do?
What the captain said.
Well, she gets on
Yeah,
action
you get
and
that
you
was
get
one
none.
thing. You get another.
Let's just destroy them all at once. Did you do damage?
Yes.
Accuracy.
Alright, you get the roll with advantage on that. What weapons do you use?
What weapons are available?
There's mid-range railguns, which pump out a lot of shells, but have lower damage. Long-range ones, which have a tighter focus and deal more damage. And close-range autocannons, which you are not in the range of. They usually for dealing with
I'll take
fighters.
mid-range because I got a natural 20.
Most cruise engineering
3
stations.
and a natural 20. I'm glad I had advantage.
Yeah.
Alright, roll one more attack.
How most engineers on the ship work at their stations.
17, 12 plus 5.
How I work.
2 shells.
Here in the game.
One
I
strikes
customized
true,
my
hardened-
station to be
hardens fast in the middle of the ship. The second one, it seems they hardened the shields and it deflects off. Barely not
Brass everywhere.
First one
It's just make it
Brass and
assaults
glass.
hits with sparks flying, shrapnel showering the void.
Nice.
We need it.
Okay.
We need as much damage as we can get.
How many hits have we taken? 3? 4?
I will.
We've taken 2.
Yeah.
They've taken
A man's fidget toy.
But they also. have
They-
better shields.
One of those was a natural.
That would be fun to make. Just something that has a nice
They break
satisfying
they break away and
clicks as you
go
move it
to a
around.
longer orbit as to not be in the range of a mid guns, which are pounding them to pieces, as 2 more bright specks.
Now that we can see him properly, how big is their ship?
The ship
Compared to ours.
The ship is about half the size of yours, but
Small.
from what you can see of it visually is warlike.
Klingon warbird.
So it's a standard fighter.
It's more like a small frigate.
Oh yeah.
It's a dreadnought.
But you have to
It's not
consider
that much. You'll be fine.
how big ships usually are. Ships that are fit for light speed travel aren't small.
That's why I said compared to our ship.
Yeah.
Well, they can be. The crew space is tiny, but the engines are huge.
2 warhead rockets whiz towards you. One drags and a little bit of atmosphere hitting a piece of space junk, shattering. The other one, flashes of light and EMP warnings all over your screens as the second one detonates across you.
Yep.
Repairs activate.
I would like to attempt to scan again. If I may.
You're at half shields.
Half shields. Cool.
May I attempt to scan again?
I thought we were at half shields before.
We
You were
were
at
third.
You were third down. You make a roll.
I'm not trying to kill us, I promise. He did not pay me to do this.
It's a more maneuverable ship with heavy
managed to-
firepower. We have no advantage.
You manage to focus a beam and scan on it.
What do we learn from
It is not in any database.
Yes, I have
But
no
from-
fucking clue what this is.
It's the
As you
cube.
focus on it, you notice the shields are also not at the full capacity. You've done some decent work against them. The hits have there's light shrapnel damage against the hull from what.
That means we've gotten through most of the shields.
Yep. Let's just ram them.
How durable are our shields? Is that a tactic we could do?
If you don't like your ship,
Let's just get close enough that the guns are inside their shields.
There's a chance though.
that is possible. That's what Fried is trying to do. It is incredibly dangerous, and you could probably blow them up by ramming them. It'd also probably blow you up.
We're not on this ship. We're not on this ship.
Let's go!
Sacrifice is supposed to be made.
As the captain, no! No, we're not doing that!
Pull an ultimate space hero move and do
It
it.
seems their shields are more vulnerable to thermal.
Thermal weapons, my boy!
Launch it. H-bomber!
The only thing we have on them is speed. That's it. That
And
is our
size.
only advantage.
You're half again this size, or twice the size.
It's like our shields are probably slightly more powerful.
Okay.
But other than that, the only thing we have is speed.
Increase the defense again.
All right.
Increase the shields.
Which one of these weapons would be thermal?
So when are we gonna
The
go?
lasers.
The gazer? I'm assuming that's a long range. Have fun.
Helm.
When are we gonna be done with this, like, estimated time of fight to be over?
15 to 30 minutes.
Oh, right.
About one time. You're skimming low orbit.
I am going to
Don't unplug the
turn the ship around in one move and activate primary thrusters. Basically, deactivate primary thrusters, spin the ship, and activate thrusters.
Okay.
So you want to reverse your.
Yes.
Alright.
So were we heading away from them before?
Yep.
They will not expect this!
As you turn and start decelerating to remove your.
Yeah, we have to remove thrust in one direction before we can go the other way.
Alright, you've turned and started your burn.
We're gonna have to go up and forward to keep
Engineer.
from falling into the...
Yeah, and I am pointing up slightly. I'm not going to let us fall into the black.
All power to thruster!
As you increase your thruster power, you cut your momentum and start on the other direction.
Oh, I didn't know you could do that. Good job.
As before, you're just bleeding momentum, but now you've ceased all your momentum and starting the other way. Guns down!
Like on top of a horse
18
with a
plus
tomahawk.
23.
You home in and
With the gazer.
you home in and a brutal strike to the center mass. They're in pretty good range now, and you're getting a good beat on them. As you just
Game of chicken, charge until they move out of the way.
just ripping through a good portion of the shields. As you see him flicker and and become more inconsistent.
Run us through. Once their shields are down, make communication and tell them to retreat or surrender.
I'm planning to try and communicate with them now.
Launch a Moab. Do it.
I can't do that? I don't think I can anyway. I'm in charge of the scanners and the communications, my dude.
You see the
You
ship.
should bluff and say we have them.
You see the opposing ship's thrusters start to dim as a barrage of their long-range weaponry, which is their own gazer, flashes back at you.
I got a gazer.
They have shouted at us before.
But we're closer now.
As 4 beams of light. Yeah,
Okay.
4.
Well, you did go choo 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 choo. That's 4.
As 4 beams of light lance out, 2 of them go wide, sparking across the atmosphere, and 2 hit you, bringing you down to a third.
I'm glad of it.
Lustier and better shape than them. I can't talk.
They seem to have slowed.
Do we have any
Tactic.
do we have any crew that could board them?
Not on the ship. They went down Earthside.
Awesome.
Or planet side, not Earthside.
All right, awesome. We'll board them anyway.
The engineers rush them.
All right, children, everyone grab a phaser. We're going on board the enemy ship.
Around the
All the
down
engineers are fumbling.
if I can.
Alright. What?
I'm assuming you want to roll for that.
Yeah.
14.
Is that total?
That's total.
It's still hard and you just can't get a hard
like-
signal.
Right. About.
Yeah, it's right on the edge. You just can't.
I almost got it.
Test it.
Come on.
Gotta roll average at least.
I know.
Okay.
I rolled really well once.
So, how about
Everything else to 0. Increase
The
power to
shields
system
are-
32.
Crackling.
On their end?
Yeah.
I order a barrage.
What?
Barrage.
A barrage?
Yeah.
Alright.
Fire away.
That's roll.
Ash.
Okay, that's
23.
23.
Your lasers lance out, striking true, and it's the hair's breadth away.
Okay.
I suggest we not paying
Can
close.
I preemptively increase accuracy?
You want accuracy or power?
Well, if they skim past, power won't do anything.
They are currently not moving as much as they were. As they
Well, they still have their momentum. Their speed didn't change unless they activated.
well, they're
forward
not
thrusters.
accelerating though,
Yeah.
which makes them easier to hit.
The big
I'd increase
Okay.
damage so we can take them
So
out
you're
one more
still
shot.
not able to get in contact with them.
No?
Yeah.
I said preemptively, like before she
I know
launches.
exactly what I'm doing. I'm accelerating full thrust.
Accelerating in opposite direction. Increasing damage or
Well, I'm gonna be increasing damage if I can't increase accuracy before she does that.
not before she can do that.
Well, then the damage.
The damn.
Okay.
That's all, folks. Does nobody get that reference? Am I too old for
Well,
you
we
guys?
Now we get the reference.
We get it.
Unnatural.
Unnatural 20.
We had a childhood.
With the extra boost of the lasers, you lance out. You see the shields flicker, die, and then a beam cuts through and bisects the opposing ship as the increased damage rips through the shield and it starts to scatter.
Well, I was going to say once their shield is down, we should order them to surrender, but it seems now like it's
No, you were
pointless
the shields.
Oh, we did? When?
But just last attack.
I should have known that.
And hit the ship?
Yeah. The overflow went through and tore through the guts of it. And it's now bleeding air. Its engines.
What's great about space is it doesn't really bleed air so much as all the air goes away almost instantly.
It bleeds
The
air
real
depending
problem
on
now is those
also.
pieces of the ship are falling to the planet.
Yeah.
They were in high orbit.
Oh, they were not. Okay.
Okay, so they won't. So
And
we should,
also
we
they
should
were moving
intersect
really
the ship and
fast.
see what we can learn from it.
Cease the jamming. Open
And
communications.
yes, and with actually, as that ship starts to bleed, and the engines on it cut, your jamming recedes and disappears. Groundside, you guys get back
Hooray!
communication.
Murder!
Oh, you were saying something?
How
Don't
long
worry
did that
about it for a
last?
minute.
Like 30 seconds?
About? It was about 15 minutes.
Those are long turns.
Okay.
Everything scales up when you move
So
to
we're
ship.
switching back.
It takes whiles to hit
So
things.
that entire battle, I could have been holding my.
So we're switching entirely back to live stream.
What's the joke? None of us got it.
She could have been holding her breath the
engaged.
entire time.
Since it has now been about an hour,
I took the stats for lizard folk.
have I finished repairing the transmitter drone?
I can hold my breath for up to
It was
15
the transmission
minutes.
tower.
Yeah, the tower.
In real life,
And-
I can hold my breath to 4 minutes.
It's been about 30 minutes total. It's you don't have the proper tools to do so, and when you shot it, it did snap parts.
Yeah.
You don't
Can we fuse it together with the laser ray?
have your hacking kit.
I have my hacking
So-
kit, I have thieves' tools, I have laser
Because you
rifle.
have your hacking kit, I'll let you try a roll to repair a tower.
What kind of roll is this?
Just it would be a tool roll.
Okay, a hacking tool. That's really good. I'm expert in hacking tools. 18.
18. You're able to solder some wires back together and get it propped up to be mostly in the right direction. There's this the light at top which you had cut out flickers back to life and unsteadily blinks.
Is there a built-in computer into this tower? Or is there
Nope.
usually is? Dang.
It was autonomous.
I'm going to attempt to use this tower to transmit a signal to its previous destination.
I think it exploded. I think we did that.
You can't get a signal
Well, I don't.
as you start getting reports of this overhead battle, and we're gonna end there.
Okay.
I get to talk to the ship and be the ship and talk to myself
I
again. I like talking to
You're back in your
myself.
own skins again. And this is where we're going to go to level 3.
yeah.
This is how many sessions I wanted you to spend at level 2.
Alright.
How most engineers do their stations
Wait,
on a galactic
So I'm in
starship.
charge of scanners and communications.
How I do my station.
Alright.
Okay, what do you think about more things for you to do?
Yeah.
I
I try and get around the jam.
Alright,
I try and talk them down
We're
from
gonna
the
close the
edge.
stream there. This has been All Systems Critical. We'll see you next week.
Ha!